Natty's? Oh, that's from the same time as last time.
Yeah, but that one's dry.
Oh shit! I'll try this one.
And then I got some pineapples. You know what? I think I'll try the pineapple.
You will?
I got a pineapple in here too. Unless you want to try pineapple first.
Not right now. I will. Thank you though. I gotta remember how to do this. So yeah. Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh, nice. You really cleaned that up.
Yeah. Ooh, hey, we're live.
You already got the notification?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
You get snow here last night?
No. No snow. No snow for me.
Freeze warning tonight.
Did you get snow?
No, I'm at a lower elevation than you are.
You literally live like 5 miles away from me.
I live like 10 miles away from you.
Oh shit!
You live in the mountains. I live in the valley.
That's true. Right at the base of Superstition, I feel like.
Yeah, Schnottsdale got some snow.
Schnottsdale.
Nothing that stuck, but it snowed.
Schnotty McDobby-stale.
There's a lot of hum from that fan.
You know what it is?
It's probably buzzing on something.
It's the hum from the actual retro console I have. Right? Put your hand on it.
It is.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy. I would say you can unplug it, but I've never heard it be that loud in quite a while. So maybe there's something wrong with it. The other ones didn't come with a fan. Hey, ain't nothing updated on there.
No, I know. There's one thing I needed to bring up from.
Go ahead.
From Discord.
All right. You can write it down, obviously, wherever you need to or want to. Pappa J's got like 10,000 pens next to him if you're looking for that, as well as some paper. Hey, Pappa J, you need to get on that retro.
Oh, yeah. I
Next
forgot
week
that.
we'll
We'll have one next week. We'll
That's
have a
fine.
new retro.
I'm getting antsy now. I'm like, all right, I've taken enough time off.
Right.
Because normally when I get these retros, I kind of just sit on them for a little while.
Right,
Until we have a lull or something. Nothing to...
And hopefully this weekend I'll have another Let's Get It On ready to go.
Oh, my God. This camera makes my guns, like, huge. Sorry, it's probably my drunk goggles.
Right. Beer goggles.
Jesus. Zmunny. Hey, look, it's the same crew as last time. This looks all washed out over here, doesn't it? Like right here in the background.
A little bit.
I gotta adjust that because you guys, all your colors all nice and black,
Right.
and then like I'm look like I'm a hint of a different color.
Why'd you give me a pen?
Why'd you turn off the Blitz?
I didn't turn off the
I did by accident. Turn it on. I meant to turn the volume down on the NFL Blitz to the right. Push that button.
To the right. Right.
You're good.
Never to the left.
And then that second button holds it to the left when you can because we have the sound effects coming through. What do you write on the board over there, boss man?
Oh, you want one of those pens.
I wish I had a camera just pointed at this section back here. We're going to have a 3-camera setup here soon. You sent me a text message, Pappa J, stuck at Taco Bell on power. Be there ASAP.
Yeah, thanks for...
I just got the message. It just came in. 5:31.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like it says right there, 5:31. I don't lie, man.
No, I know.
Well, listen, you all think I'm alcoholics, which we'll get into on the show.
Yeah, I think you're alcoholic like I think the sky's blue.
You can't say that about Eric being gay and me within 10 minutes.
I can't because the microphones weren't on the first time.
So you had to make sure everybody heard it.
I don't know. Maybe I should bring this up at the beginning.
Uh-oh.
It's just a short thing.
Shorts, like boobs?
Yeah.
Or like your wiener?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I asked you guys a question in the Discord if you guys wanted to interview River Red.
Who the hell's that?
And both of you guys were completely ghost silent.
I don't remember.
So
I was going to say, I don't recall
I
that
talked to
text.
my friend, and he's like, okay, that's fine. Look up who River Red is.
Oh, wait. So you left it up to us?
I left it up to you guys.
Even though you're
I said, do you guys want to interview River Red? And I got
don't think you
nothing.
did.
I did.
Oh, that's Britney Spears' manager.
No,
yes,
it's not her manager.
Who's it?
She changed her name.
To Brittany Red?
No, to River Red.
Britney Spears changed her name?
Changed her name. I asked you guys if you wanted an interview, and
my
I
God.
heard crickets. I heard nothing for the whole week, and I'm just like, all right, I guess these guys are not fans at all.
Stop, because the one time we did ask you, you're like,
No,
go fuck yourself.
I just asked.
Nobody
We
knows.
gotta come in
I
with the
asked.
show
Too
eventually.
late. I'm done. It was a week.
Slay Zombie says, howdy, cocksuckers.
There was not even a who's River Red. There was nothing. I got
I can't
nothing
even
on that.
find it, dude.
I know where
Who's
it's at.
River Red?
She changed her name.
Okay, big shot. If you can get us an interview with
River Red.
Not anymore.
I will give you
Not anymore.
$300.
I had it in, and then now
You
it's
didn't
out.
have no
You
in. 'Cause
never had it in.
You wouldn't blow that just because we didn't answer. You would have brought
I
because
was
you
waiting
know
to-
how we feel about River Red.
No, you guys don't
right.
feel nothing about.
You know
River
how
Red.
we feel about her. All
Yeah.
right, we literally. I think I might even have a picture.
Would you
of
guys
her.
be interested in interviewing River Red 1/20/23 at
That's Pappa
8:12
J
p.m.?
sleeping.
Look, I'm not.
There's River Red.
Not only. Oh
That's
my
not
God.
right.
Not only am
Oh
I.
shit! There's
And then-
River
what
Red.
was-
Oh, get
what was
that
the-
out of there! What are you fucking doing?
I'm trying
The
to find
post after that was, how about some Starry and some Prime guys? And then you said sweet. And that was
What?
it.
Hey, I meant River Red. Look, not only am I willing to interview River Red, I'm willing to destroy my marriage for her. So, Zach almost did a spit take.
What the? My hiccups are gone now. Jesus. Hey,
Wait, your wife just posted.
hey,
Don't come home.
Kim, you need some place to sleep tonight. My house is open. Just make sure I'm not blackout drunk.
All right. Let's get this show
Because then I might
started.
actually try to do something
I'm
for you.
excited.
Yeah, Pappa J, I think you're correct. Let's start this damn show. I can't wait too much longer.
Here's BigLipRadio from iHeartRadio.
This is K-Dog with BigLipRadio, and if you think this is good, check out Lip Surface at biglipradio.com/lipsurface for a better show.
I be on my grind, never running on my mind, slipping all these fucking mannequins that tryna hit my body.
Wow. February 18th, boys.
Oh, really?
It's coming up close.
What the hell is happening on February 18th, Pappa J?
Leg 2 of our We Can't Be Canceled tour down at Gotham City Comics at 151 North Country Club Drive. You got to be there at 3 o'clock. Buy all kinds of good stuff. Make them happy. And let's have a few yucks. It'll be a great time.
It'll be awesome. Like Pappa J said, we're doing a live show from Gotham City Comics down there. Their new location. All you got to do is go everywhere you're at now. And if you're not sure where that is, that's Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at BigLipRadio. That's what we stream live on. So if you can't be
Right.
there, which we prefer you to be there, but we know we have some out-of-town, out-of-country listeners here. Holy shit, Legends of Wrestling 2?
Yeah. I got that up right now.
Sorry, distracted. Pappa J's playing video games in the back. But make sure you guys check that out. We are going to have exclusive t-shirts, exclusive prizes, exclusive content, and interviews just for all of you. So you're not going to want to miss it. You're going to want to check it out. That's Gotham City Comics. Where is that located, Pappa J?
151 North Country Club Drive in Mesa, Arizona, just north of Main Street on Country Club on the east side of the road.
Just a hop, skip, and jumping away from their old location.
Right, so you're going to want to check it out. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, Gotham City Comics, baby. Make sure you get down there. Oh, follow them on all their social media, Gotham City Comics. They post shit hourly.
They got a great YouTube page.
They have so much to offer for everybody. And if I know we say Gotham City Comics, if you're not into comics, they have everything else there for you. They got Funko Pops,
Right,
they got
action figures,
they have
posters,
everything.
wrestling guys.
Video games, very, very occasionally.
Right, occasionally.
Yes, that's what Fallout Games is for. Go down to Fallout Games, get yourself some video games.
Right.
Oh my gosh, Pappa J. I feel like we could just riff
Right.
on Gotham City Comics all day, but we have a lot to get into and to discuss. Let's go ahead and start the show for real, for real, for real.
For real.
1, 2, is this on?
Do not come. Do not come.
Yeah, buddy. You're listening to the Big Lip Radio podcast with your host, Pappa J, Zmunny, and friends.
Thrash metal on the stereo, 16 hours a day. Yeah, driving a shit heat splitter. We got to get to LA, and all we got left is the 12-track tape.
Oh my God, I love that song.
It's so good. It gets you going.
It does. Today is January 24th, 2023. This is the 240th episode of the Big Lip Radio podcast. I'm your host, Big Pappa J.
Big deal. Guess you think you got it made. Well, all we got left is the 12-track tape. Hey, LA, I'm back again. I think I found a song that I can play.
With me is Bill W. No. No, not Bill. It's Dr. Bob is with. No, wait a minute.
Oh my God.
No. What I have.
Kevin Nash?
The
Scott Hall?
The guy with the sweaty forehead, alcohol bleeding out his armpits, needs to shave his head.
Do with the hiccups.
It's Top Z. It's your co-host Zmunny.
Yeah, Joe is totally sick. Meet you with the black card later. I'm broke, so get me a drink. And time to turn it the fuck up. Hey, LA.
Fun fact, ladies and gentlemen, that's me opening a beer can in the background of that song. You are welcome. I am famous. I know Slay Zombie in the chat is very active already. He said, dry January, my ass. What's in your hand, Zach?
It's a dry cider.
It's a beer.
It's
now,
a dry cider.
It's a fucking, you're right, a dry
cider.
It says dry cider right on the fucking can. Dry cider. Now, I'm not having a dry January. I'm trying
the opposite of it.
To
Front of
consume.
his shirt wasn't dry last night.
I'm trying to consume as less alcohol as possible. Now, my wife, on the other hand, is trying to do the whole dry January, and I can name 3 or 4 different times off the top of my head that I've seen her drink in this dry January.
I was going to say, I gave her a beer last week.
You know how everybody's like, new year, new me, resolution, new year, new me. Well, none of that was said. We just decided to try our hardest not to consume as much alcohol as we were doing the last year, which is very legitimate, right?
Right.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah. No.
You fucking asshole. Shut the. Oh, yeah, you're a pussy. Yeah, why don't you just go walk into a girl's bathroom, because that's who you are.
Right. That's who you are.
That's who you are.
It's a new day and age.
No,
that's
one,
literally
there's
the
no
look.
questioning anymore.
That's the look you're giving me right now.
No one will be upset.
Except for you, if I'm following your 12-year-old child.
Not that I'm saying anything, but February 1st, just a scant week and a day away from today.
It's coming fast.
God willing, if I make it, it's going to be close. I'll have 31 years clean and sober.
Holy shit. That's awesome right there. That's a celebration. On February 1st, we need to set something up for your 31 years of sobriety.
Hey,
get a keg.
We got the keg ordered.
Oh, shit. That's right.
Hey, who was that?
We got to turn that bad boy up. The big boss man is here, my friend.
All right, that's it.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I almost forgot to introduce one of our hosts that are with us here tonight.
Right.
The guy who decides to bring me beer when I shouldn't be drinking beer. It's the guy who buys
wait
my
till
wife
next week.
lingerie that probably shouldn't buy my wife lingerie. It's the guy that shows up to our house with all kinds of stolen merchandise and goods in his trunk and tries to pan it off to us. It's one of our bestest friends in the entire world. The guy who continues to show up, which is why he's one of our best friends. Boss, a.k.a. Late. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys need some Sierra Mist? We're hawking some Sierra Mist today.
Oh, you got a trunk full of
Sierra. $10 a 2-liter, man. $10 a 2-liter. Get your fix.
Oh, right. In your trunk right now? And it's nice and cold, so it's not going to blow up. It's going to stay frozen.
Yeah.
Because it was 31 degrees when I woke up this morning.
Unbelievable.
In Arizona? Are you fucking kidding? Now,
where's that global warming I was
your
promised?
car frosted over?
No, because I have a carport. Do you have a garage?
No.
It's probably full of
He's
30
got a
other
garage.
cars.
It was winter wonderland out there this morning getting ready to go.
Did you have snow out by your house, which is further away from
no
the mountains
snow? It
than
was
I am?
all icy. Everything was,
Wait, what time did you get up this morning?
No shit. Hold on. Good question, Pappa J.
Right.
6:30.
So why?
I had to get up for something.
For what? Oh, here
No,
we go.
I'm not going to talk about it.
Oh, my God.
I had errands to run. I had errands to
He
run.
had errands to run. He had to
You
go
had-
get
had
that
to-
trunk
you had
full
bitches
of
to bang and
pay my
drugs to sell.
mortgage. I got to stop by a body shop. I had to
Bitches to bang and drugs to sling. I'll tell you that right now. That's all this guy's all about.
I had to go pick up my
The boss
flashlight at a
man.
job site.
Your
I left it at
flashlight?
it. Flashlight.
Yeah, your flashlight.
This is
That's
a
what
flashlight.
yeah, I've never used one of those. What's it feel like?
It's pretty good. You should try one.
What if you have the real thing? Is it any different?
Yeah, it's different.
Okay, good. So stick with the real thing is what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure. Just making sure for all the real ones out there watching us right now. Holy crap, Pappa J. We have a fucking
It's quieter,
packed show.
Oh, boy.
Today.
We're not going to get through it
We're
all.
already horsing off and talking about the boss man banging and slanging drugs chicks.
Yeah,
and all.
right.
He's pretty much a mule. We can call him a mule, right?
Yes, sir.
I purposely waited until you took a drink of soda for you to ask you that question.
I'm upending my Mountain Dew as you're asking me a question.
Right. So make sure, by the way, you guys stick around for that second half. Not only during halftime, we're going to do snack time,
Snack time.
but that second half, Pappa J has a crazy update about
Yeah,
last
what
week when
the
we
fuck
talked about
now?
him going to Minnesota, man. It's a what the fuck now segment. So either way, I'm not sure how to start this first segment.
Right.
I don't know how. You know what? I guess this is where we're going to start. I decided yesterday, on Monday, because today's Tuesday is when we're taping this.
Right.
On Monday, I'm going to play a little hooky.
Right.
I have
Spur of the moment. Very
I
uncharacteristic
got like
of you.
56 hours of sick time and 120 hours of vacation time and 5 floating holidays. Some of that shit's got to go somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Right.
You have to use it by the end of the year.
Before December. Except for the sick time. The sick time rolls over, so you can have up to 100 hours each year of sick time. That's it, though.
Yeah.
If you decide to
Can't
save,
go over.
You can't go over 100 hours of sick time. But your
Right.
vacation, the first year you're employed there at the job, you get
1 week.
2 weeks.
I thought it
And
was
then
1 week.
the 5th year you're employed at the job, you get 3 weeks. And then
Right.
on the 15th year, you get 4 weeks. So I hit my 3-week mark already. I'm not telling you when, but I already hit it. And I'm pretty freaking excited because now last year I was stuck in Mexico.
Right, right.
And I had to use, because I had 100 hours of sick time, so I had to use that to cover the 5 days I was stuck extra in Mexico for COVID. All that BS. Remember when they
You
had
could've
those
come home.
stipulations?
You just don't want to climb a fence.
My money built that fence. Why would I climb it? I just used the airplane to get over it.
Oh, good shit. Good shit.
So yeah, let me just we'll start off. I took yesterday off.
Yep.
And I had a honey-do list of 1,000,001 fucking
Mile
chores.
long.
I had to replace some outlet in our bedroom. When I say outlet, it's an electrical outlet. I had to.
Did you get it done? Did you get that done?
That's why there's scorch marks on the wall?
No, that's the
Okay.
one thing I didn't get done. That's one of the things on the list I didn't get done. I had to hang and mount a wine rack with some glasses.
Right,
I had
I
to
saw
do
that.
I had to do the mother-in-law's yard work, which got done.
That got done?
Yes, and she might play a role later on in the story. So needless to say, it was a day full of work.
Right.
Even though you're off of work, right? You're
Right,
not
right.
working,
I hate
but
that.
you're still working.
Right.
I hate utilizing my time off and not being able to sit here and play whatever video game at whatever point
Right.
I want to. I have things that need to be done. And of course, as a guy, generally men, I feel like, don't take days off. Now, call me sexist, call me whatever you want to do. They don't take days off. So when you
Right.
do, you got to kind of look for an excuse. Even if you don't have one, you just want a day, right? You want a day to do something for yourself. Well, my day, the excuse I used to take off yesterday
Yes.
was, honey, I'm going to get all this shit done.
Right, right.
You're going to walk in the house and you're going to be the happiest woman alive. You're going to see new wine rack. You're going to see the backyard mode. Your mom's going to call you and tell you what a great job I did on my chores.
Stop fucking lying.
You're gonna get a gold sticker and an attaboy.
Yeah, I'm going to go grocery shopping. I'm going to do all the laundry. Did I mention I'm going to do your mom's yard work too? And then
Stop fucking lying.
So you were prepping for an attaboy at the end of the day.
attaboy. A big old pat on the back. I didn't get a pat on the back. I got a pat on the ass by a lot of people. Not the kind that everybody wants.
Oh, there's more coming.
Wait.
It says, Darkfire says, dang, show clock barely at 10 minutes at 6:30. Yeah, we started late. You know what? I'm opposition defiant. So when people are sitting there in our chat or wherever, say, hey, why didn't the show start the show? I'm going to wait 10 minutes.
We're going to be late.
Because it's not because of anything you did, but besides bring up the fact that we're late and I'm oppositional defiant. So That's my fault. It's not your guys' fault. 10 minutes in, but it is on a Tuesday, right? We're on a Tuesday.
That's true.
It's not a Monday
Right
or
day.
we're a fucking right day this time. This week, a right day, a little late. My apologies. But so the day off was going to be productive.
Right. Gonna have a great time.
I start off, I instantly tell myself, I'm not going to the gym. I'm not going to go to the gym today. I'm not drinking water. I'm not taking my multivitamins. I'm not doing anything. Oh, by the way, honey, you know what? It's almost 8 o'clock. It's about 7:40. The kid's got to be at school around 7:50, 8 o'clock. She's like, yeah. I was like, I'm taking him right now. Oh, my gosh, you're the best. Right? You're the best, Zmunny. I love you. I'm so glad I've been married to you for 15 years. I love you.
God, it's been 15 years.
It's been 10, but we've been together
right.
for 15.
All right.
I took 5 years to marry her. I've been married once, so I had to take precautions.
Took 5 years and an ultimatum.
I had to make sure, right? From her. Ultimatum
first
from
of
her.
Yeah,
I didn't give her an ultimatum. So, was that a fart?
Was that a fart?
How did you capture my voice and change it real quick?
That's fast.
You're a genius. Slay Zombie says in the chat, which is one of the benefits of watching us live, which you can do every Tuesday night between the times of 5:30 and 6. Tonight it was 6:10, but check us out live. Go like, subscribe. You'll get notified on whatever we go live on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch.
Right.
And we like to read out these chats because they're a lot of times very funny. Slay Zombie says, my answer to why do you need a day off is very simple and eloquent, because I fucking want one. Slay Zombie also says, no need to justify that one. Well, when you get to be a little older and you're used to working a sort of schedule, things like
family and kids.
Things like taking a day off isn't what you normally do.
It can be taken as very, very selfish at this point.
Yeah, well, not even that. It's not something you normally do. So it raises a lot of eyebrows. Because if you're working constantly all day, every day, that one day you take off, somebody's going to be like,
right.
why is Zmunny taking a day off? It's not like, oh, please, can I take a day off? It's the day off brought with a lot of questions.
Right.
And that's what I don't fucking want. I want to take a day off to just do it or the frick. Anyways, so yesterday, dropped the kids off from school, come home, nobody's here.
Right.
Wife went to work and the kids are at school. It's just me. And I'm, whoopee! What do I do with all my free time? Oh, shit, there's a list here.
Right.
There's a fucking list here. So first thing I do is I make my way out to Home Depot. I pick up some weed killer. I pick up some hedge trimmers. I pick up a couple other things for the mother-in-law's yard work, because that's what I'm going to start off with. I got the lawnmower loaded up in the car. I'm headed to her house. I mow her lawn. It's the best-looking mowed lawn you'll ever see.
Oh, you know it's going to be a good day when you started off by trimming the mother-in-law's bush. You know?
You fucking asshole. Ew. It's gross, and it's probably huge too. You've seen her hair.
Oh my God!
I hope she's not watching. I love that woman to death. The one time I decided to make a funny about her, she fucking probably watching. So I go over there, take care of that, come home. I start doing our yard work, things like that. Going around the house, making sure laundry's done. If not, start it. Kind of like I got a load in the dryer right now. I put in when I got home from work.
Stop fucking lying.
I love clean clothes. So it's got
texted me.
It's got to happen. It's got to happen. Get that done, and it's about at this point. There's things that happened in between. It's maybe like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, well, I better finish up doing what I'm doing now, or get to a place where I can stop so I can go pick up my kids from school.
All right.
Right.
Now, how many beers deep are you at this point?
0.
Okay.
0 beers deep. I'm very proud of myself, because normally when you're at home, you're like, all right, nobody's here to watch me. Nobody's here to chastise me. Nobody's here to tell me what a fucking drunk I am. I'm going to down some beers, which I've done before on a day off.
Dude, I know it's been nearly 31 years since my last beer, but I can remember how free and wonderful day drinking can be.
On a day off,
right?
0 responsibilities.
Right.
Nobody's here. The only person you could absolutely hurt is yourself.
Right.
Like, those are my favorite days in the entire world. Not even to get inebriated, just to relax. Because you know there ain't going to be somebody in the other room saying,
right.
Zach, Zmunny, Dad. No, nothing. So I'm doing very good. I'm like, all right, I've gotten a lot of stuff done. I haven't had a drink. I'm not feeling the urge to drink. Nothing. So I go pick up my kids from school.
Right.
Come home. It's maybe 3:30 at that point when I get home.
All right.
With the children. 3:30. And then all of a sudden it hits. I'm in the middle of mounting my wife's wine rack that I made her for Christmas or her birthday. One of the two. I can't remember. I make a lot of stuff for her on her days for her.
It's because you're too cheap to buy her or anything. But go ahead.
I literally made a seating area on our back porch that I could probably sell for $1,000 that I made for $200.
Right.
Not because it's cheap, but because of the quality. I'm very surprised with myself, by the way, and it's a pat on my own back for me because I'm not a handy tool kind of guy. Until I met Mike the neighbor. So
you're hanging this wine rack.
I'm hanging this wine rack and looking at all the wine bottles. I'm like, you know what? You know, what'd be cool right now. I'm doing man work.
To drink one of them?
Maybe a wine bottle. It probably would have went a different way.
Right.
I came into my game room fridge and I grabbed one of these. I grabbed one of these guys. I'm holding up to the camera a 1 pint can of Coors Banquet. Right? And I take it out there with all my power tools all over the table.
Right.
The table's moved away from the wall because I got to hang this thing.
Right.
And I open it up, and about maybe 3/4, if not all the way through, I knock that bitch over. I'm like, oh, shit, because it's on the table with all my tools, my bits, my wood that I'm using. It just knocked over, and there's not a lot in the can, and it barely spills over, but it's still pissing me off. I'm like, are you kidding me? There goes my beer.
I get so pissed off when I spill anything.
It's like, what? Even if it's a drop, it's what the fuck?
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? I got a solution to this. My beer's spilled. It's pretty much gone anyway. I need a new one. So I come over here to my fridge. I start digging around. And I notice in the freezer part of my fridge, in the far back, there's this little baseball-sized plastic, not bottle, but it has like a, this can. I'm holding up a can lid to the camera right now. It's got this lid, but the roundness of the orb of the bottle is plastic.
One of those balls, right?
It's called a buzz ball.
Yeah.
And it's got about 15% alcohol in it. It comes in strawberry daiquiri flavor. It comes in eggnog, chocolate milk, but it all has alcohol in it.
It's a wine. It has wine in it specifically.
It does?
You didn't read the bottle? It's orange wine.
Well, it depends on which one it was. There's some that got
tequila,
a chocolate
some
that got vodka.
Right. It was a chocolate one. I don't know if there was... I don't know what was in it, but it was 15%. And just a little backstory. Let me pad this real quick. The last time I had anything to drink was at Mike the neighbor's house. And that's because his wife, it was her birthday, and I literally had 2 or 3 beers. Nothing crazy.
All right, there's a Buzzball chiller you had. Choco chiller, it's called.
Yep.
Orange wine with cream and natural flavors. It's 15% alcohol by volume. 187 milliliters.
Which is this big. Which is half, at least, maybe at most, half of one of these cans.
And I don't give a shit what anybody says, because I was a wino.
Yeah.
There ain't no drunk more wild, more rowdy, more violent than a wine drunk.
Huh. It's funny you say that.
10 feet tall, made of steel, man. Mad Dog 2020 was my poison.
Right? It's all wine in there.
Yes.
It's funny you mentioned that, because that might be a reasoning later on. So, Brittany on Saturday, Mike's chick, had a birthday, had 2 or 3 beers, and the time before that was on Tuesday.
All right.
And I had, 4 or 5 maybe, and they weren't even the pint size, it was just normal cans of Coors Banquets.
Right.
And let it be known that I've been able to finish off at least a 6-pack on multiple airings of the BigLipRadio podcast.
Right, at least.
Am I lying?
Right.
Okay, I've drank, I think at one point, one of these nights I told Eric, I think I'm on my 9th beer. And that's usually when he hands me the controller for Forza Horizon 5.
And then you kick butt.
I destroy the fuck out of that game when I'm shit-faced.
Now, you're the type of you're the type of guy that when you get really drunk, you have to know you pretty well to realize that you're drunk. Because you tend to play it off pretty well.
You know what? That would mean I'd have some sort of high tolerance, because I don't care how drunk you are. You can't hide drunk, especially if you're slurring. And I've slurred multiple times on this show.
Right.
Slay Zombie says, remember when I was on the show and I was shaking the bottle of soda and you said to stop, so I looked directly at you and shook it more than it blew up on the carpet? Good times. It wasn't just a carpet. It was all of our... That's why we have new podcast equipment right now.
Operational defiance right there. Oppositional
That's defiance. Oppositional defiance. He's correct. I understand that 100%. Just like he said. The Slay Zombie, he was a host on the show, looked at me and then shook it even harder after I told him not to. And then time before... so back to the story. Time before Mike's chick's birthday was on Tuesday, a few beers, right? So there's not a lot of in-between drinking. It's just on-the-spot drinking, I would say, if that's something you can call it.
Right, because Eric, 4 days of not drinking is an eternity for this guy. Go ahead, Z.
Shut the fuck up. So I drink. I get this. I finished that one Coors Banquet, except for that little bit that I accidentally spilt.
Right.
I came in here and grabbed that Buzzball. I opened that sucker up, and I drank that.
Nice.
And that's the last thing I fucking remember. It's only 3:45 at this point, maybe 4 o'clock.
Right.
All hell and chaos I apparently broke loose.
It did.
Without me realizing or knowing.
That's why there's broken windows out there?
No.
No, the broken chair up against the back of the wall. What? That's weird. Z, what is on your hands right there?
So, when I say all hell broke loose and ensued,
all hell broke
meaning
loose.
The next morning, I ended up waking up to
that would be this morning.
This morning, super glue all over my hands, and it's still like you can see it. Like I don't know if you can see it in this camera.
Yes, you can, right there.
It's all over my fingers. It sucks ass.
Show him your dick. It's on his dick too.
It's a good thing the doctors could get it off.
He won't do it. Wait, is he gonna?
Why are you looking?
Is he
You
gonna?
didn't look at
Is
it.
he gonna?
Pappa J, stop looking at my nuts.
I almost got aroused.
You did. That's why you're crossing your legs now and turning the other way. So, I do know.
Do not come. Do not come.
So I had this Buzzball, and the next morning I woke up to all kinds of dots that are not connected.
Right.
Like they're just dots out there in the ether. You're like
random dots.
Yeah, the first thing I did when I woke up this morning was, go brush my teeth, and I smelled puke somewhere, and I'm like, why the fuck do I smell puke? And then I go out into the kitchen. I'm like, why is this one only? There's like 3 shelves total, and only 2 of them are up. Why
right.
The one that I had to hang for my wife the day before? I'm like, wait, why are there only 2 shelves hung up, and this one's complete shit? Who hung this piece of shit up? And I was like, oh, there's a piece of my level over there. Wait, where's one of the folding chairs that I had? We only have 2 now. Where's the third one? Oh shit, what the heck? So I go to work, and I call my wife up, because at 7 o'clock every morning on the dot, I call her, because that's when I have a break, and that's when she's not at school. She's in the bathroom putting her makeup on.
You woke up to a quiet house. All of your equipment still turned on.
That's right. I woke up on my game room couch. Everything was on in the game room right now. And I shut it all off because it heats this whole house up. Everything was left fucking on. And I have so many questions going through my head. And at the time I get to call my wife, she picks up the phone, and it's not her normal self. It's not,
right.
Oh, hey, honey, how are you doing? It's a hey, what's up?
Why are you calling me?
It's a what's up? Hey, what's up? And I'm the guy. I'm like, hey, honey, how's your morning going? Mine's going great. She's like, what's up? Like, get the fuck off the phone. I'm busy. And that's not like her at all. It's usually the best conversations we ever have. She's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, good. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, well, yeah, I'm at work. I'm doing what I normally do. She's like, well, make sure you change the laundry over when you get home. I'm like, why? She's like, because you threw up all over your fucking clothes in your game room chair. And I'm like, what? And that's, at that point, doors open up, stars align, everything unravels. I'm like, holy shit. I passed out at apparently 5:30 in this game room chair with a 3/4 of the way drinking Buzzball chocolate that you just went over.
Right.
And apparently I was a terrorist. My wife ended up telling me, yeah, not only did you throw up on yourself, but I got this crazy text message from our daughter, who's 9 years old, and she sounded pretty terrified. I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, here's the message that she ended up sending me. And I'm going to try to pull up here. I hate reading text messages.
Would you like me to read it? I have it right here.
I got it right here.
Oh, okay.
The message my daughter sent my wife at 6:12 p.m.
She's still at work.
I don't work. Here's the weird part. My wife gets home. She gets off of work at 4:15. That's when her contractual hours are done.
Yeah.
But she's getting messages from my daughter at 6:12, which means she's not here.
But because she was at a faculty meeting at school.
Oh, I would say the same thing, right?
It was at 5:45.
Oh, weird.
See, I know stuff.
Yeah, I hope so. The message says,
Allegedly.
and this is to her mom, it says, Daddy is really mad at something. 2 words, by the way, not
Right.
one. But Mai and Noli don't know what it is he's mad at. But he broke one of the steel chairs and is punching the dogs that are outside and slamming them. Don't say anything when you walk in the house. And then she said, I mean doors, slamming doors. And she said, with a picture accompanying to my wife, and he's drinking this. He's drinking the goddamn buzzball that we just talked about. That's what the buzzball looks like.
That's how we knew about it.
He texted me. So this morning, I'm still on the phone with my wife. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, apparently you were breaking steel chairs and slamming doors, and it freaked the kids out. I was like, well, where were you? And she's like, well, I was in the game room trying to talk to you, but you couldn't put together 2 fucking words. This is what my wife said to me.
Right.
I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah. Then not shortly after that, I hear the shower running. And I was like, my wife said this to herself. She said, well, I guess he's coherent enough to go take a shower, so he's probably fine. She goes back there to see what I'm doing, sees my clothes on the bed, picks them up. They're soaked. They're drenched. Smelling them. She's like, you fucking threw up all over yourself. Weirdly enough, I came into the studio after work, and there's no throw up anywhere in here. And apparently I was sitting right in this chair that you see me right now, kind of just gurgling out puke from my fucking mouth.
Right.
And I'm like, what? Are you fucking serious? She's like, yep. And so after the shower, according to my wife, I kind of went out into the dining room and looked at the shelf that I hung. And I looked back at my wife and then looked at the shelf again. And she said it seemed like I was waiting for a thank you for hanging the fucking shelf,
Right.
which she gave me, right? She gave me. As the story goes on, come to find out, she ended up messaging you or calling you.
Right. She texted me.
She texted you? She didn't call you?
No.
He texted me.
Oh, she
She texted me.
She ended up calling me after she got to where she would spend the evening.
So my wife was so freaked out that she called you
Right.
during all of this. Now, mind you, there's been times where I haven't been drunk and I've been a complete fuckface.
Right. Usually you're online.
And that's cyber Zach.
Right.
This is normal Zach being a fuckface, right? Not online or anywhere else. I know I've been a fuckface. It's like I'm sober. I know this stuff. So for her to call you in this state must mean I've done something so fucked up, right? Right? Because why would she reach out to my uncle who she's never reached out to ever in her entire fucking life?
Nope, not yet. Now, before we get into this, I'm going to call an audible real quick.
Uh-oh.
Before we get into this, let's go ahead, do the commercials, get into the second segment. We'll have an abbreviated snack time because this is too important to rush.
I see what you're saying.
I'd like to be able to take our time with this one. So we're going to run commercials, and when we come back, we'll hear about Kate's text to me.
You're correct, but real quick, Slay Zombie posted in the chat, low-key kind of sucks for them. I recall drunken episodes throughout my teen years with various stepdads, and in the earlier years, it's legitimately scared me.
Uh-oh.
He's not talking about me, hopefully.
Uh-oh.
Slay Zombie posted in the chat during commercial break if that was me or not, because if so, I have a lot of apologizing to do. But I remember when I was with his mother, I didn't drink.
Right.
So I don't know.
No, it wasn't you. It was various stepdads.
But regardless, let's go ahead and cut the commercial break like Pappa J said. When we come back, we'll be doing some snack time. And then after that, it'll be the follow-up to what you guys just heard.
Oh man, I'm hungry. You got any snacks?
What do you mean, snacks?
You know, snacks. Like the Planet Gummies from Trolley? Or the Crunchy Bacon Cheetos? How about the pulled pork Lay's chips with mustard?
What? Where the fuck do you get those?
Glad you asked. It's called Pops Exotic. First thing you can do is go to popsexotic.com to see all the other snacks they have. Then go to all their social media at Pops Exotic to see all the cool and different snacks they have to offer.
How do we get there?
You heard of Uber?
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
What's up?
I just beat my last video game.
What do you mean you beat your last video game?
Yeah, I just beat Super Mario, Donkey Kong Country. I mean, I beat them all.
Are you sure you've beat them all?
Well, no.
Well, you know what you need to do? You need to get yourself down to Fallout Games in Tempe, North Phoenix, Paradise Valley, or the Mesa location. They specialize in all the old school video games. Or you can go to falloutgames.net and see what they got online as well. But it's best to go to store location. You get the whole experience. They even got Legos.
Oh, geez, thanks. I'm going now.
You are listening to Arizona's favorite professional wrestler, Mr. Classic, and you are listening to Big Lip Radio.
Oh, Pappa J.
I don't know why you always play 2 commercials in that spot, but you always do.
Even the last commercial spot we have, I played 2, just other ones. I played the other Fallout games and at least 2 IDs. I tried to do 3 things each spot. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. No, we're not doing snack time. I was confused at the top of this. Pappa J, I didn't listen to what he said, clearly, because he mentioned it before I went ahead and said this. We're going to finish this segment, and then the last segment will be snack time.
We'll go into snack time, an abbreviated version, halfway through this segment.
Oh, shit, all right. But we left off
with...
So
let's get 15 minutes. Let's see if we can get
through this. With my wife texting you is where we left off, which has completely blown my fucking mind, because I'm not sure why it hasn't happened 10 or 13 other times, and why it did happen this one time. I think she knows you're on Big Lip Radio.
And she goes, hey... Zach
Is that what the first message? Oh, hey.
Zach took the day off to get stuff done around the house.
So I didn't lie.
When I got home, the house was trashed. Broken glass everywhere. Chairs flipped over out back. He's scaring me and the girls. I had a work meeting today, so I got home around 5:45. Paige sent me this message on the way home, which is the message that we had just went over.
Yeah, about Daddy's drinking
right.
this. He's slamming dogs out back. I mean doors.
He was passed out in the game room when I saw him. Eyes super bloodshot and super fucked up. Slurring his words and everything. I said, he's been...
My wife said this to you.
He's been trying not to drink the last week and a half and was doing well, but I guess he got super fucked up today. He really shouldn't drink at all. Weird. I wonder what gave her that idea.
What the fuck?
Right. So he came out, stared at me all pissed off because he wants me to thank him for putting up a wine rack. I thanked him.
I made. It wasn't like a random one.
It looks great. Then I asked him if he drank before he picked up the girls, and now he's pissed.
Why would you assume I drank picking up the girl? Because I'm already shit-faced.
Right. Now, understand this. As the story's told, we're to assume you are this fucked up from 3/4 of a Coors and half of a Buzzball.
Yeah.
But I've seen you do an enema with those and be fine.
Yeah. Well, I have a question about the Buzzball. Is that the same Buzzball from when we did tested the Buzzballs a year ago?
No, it might have been.
It's been in there forever?
It's been in the freezer for
so
that long.
It's probably way expired and completely fermented. It's so...
Oh!
That's why you got fucked
that's
up.
Possible.
Because you need to look at expiration dates.
We've eaten so many expired snacks on the show.
But that turned into a cocktail.
Alcohol always gets stronger.
And that's milk that was in there, too. It was like a chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Right.
So it wasn't...
Wait, when orange wine ferments, wine in general, does it get stronger or weaker?
Well,
it would get stronger.
It was probably the dairy that was in it that got you ripped.
Now...
Because that was not a brown ball to begin with. That was white.
Really?
Yeah. It was not choco. It was white.
It's a choco. It says so right in the bottle. See, he's fucking with you now.
But it probably was. Probably was really expired. Let's see how long those babies last.
Darkfire Blacken in the chat says, I just had alcoholic uncles, and the kids had to go inside at 12 since they be too drunk and fist fighting. The uncles were too drunk and fist fighting.
Right.
So the kids had to leave.
So
here's the deal.
I got more text messages.
That's fine. That's fine. I agree with you, and I want to address your one point.
Right.
How weird it is that I was completely fucked up with 1 pint can of Coors Banquet and a little Buzzball. That is not normal. That is not normal. So one of two things could be happening here. Number one, I could be lying, and I could have been drinking since fucking 7 o'clock in the morning, right?
Right.
Which is what's assumed. Or number two,
right,
that motherfucker was expired, and it fucked me up some sort of way. Now, if I wanted to get into, oh, poor me, I was shit-faced for this reason, there's a couple reasons, a couple excuses I could include into that factor.
Yeah, called Paige and Noli.
No, I didn't eat anything all fucking day.
All right.
I didn't eat anything. I didn't take any of my multivitamins. I didn't go to the gym. My normal routine that I normally have, especially when I'm drinking, was non-existent. No food, no water. I literally at 3:45, whenever I started to drink the first beer, had nothing to drink since then. And I'm realizing that probably you shouldn't put all that shit in your system without any food, which is what you're taught at the very beginning. So it's not. It's like, fuck this. Maybe I can. Maybe I can get real fucked up off of 2 beers, right?
Right. So we could. I used to love to give blood and go out drinking.
Right. There's reasons.
Right.
But even to me, I'm kind of terrified that it took that Coors Banquet and one of them Buzzballs to get me so fucked up how I would be sitting in my game room passed out at 6 or whatever time she got home and couldn't put a sentence together when she's here.
Right.
And threw up on myself and went and got a shower and woke up the next morning not knowing what the fuck happened.
Right, after trashing the house.
I have drank in one day with Mike the neighbor a 15-pack of Kilt Lifter when we worked on our kitchen. My kitchen that we redid, Mike the neighbor and myself did that, which is why he was highly involved because he was here a lot, right? He was always, and he doesn't like these things. He hates leaving his house. He hates doing all that shit. But that day, I drank 15 Kilt Lifters, and I wasn't even 10% of what I was.
But you weren't crossing alcohols.
You're right. There was a liquor and an alcohol.
Right.
Now, I haven't had. Is wine a liquor?
I don't know. It's a spirit. I don't know if it's a liquor.
When I drank that Buzzball, it tastes like I was taking a shot of fucking vodka.
Right.
Just a sip of that, and it was
not ice cold.
It was ice cold, so you wouldn't be able to taste any of the ferment or anything like that. All I know is it scares me that I was that fucked up off of just those 2 things. And now, do you think I really give a shit if I was like, yeah, I smoked some weed and then drank this stuff and got that fucked up, or hey, I took these pills and then I got this fucked up?
Wait, you took some pills before this?
No, I'm saying, like, if that was the case, I would have zero problem telling you guys, hey, I took the day off to drink, because this would be all over. This wouldn't be a conversation.
Right. The Buzzball
like,
wasn't
dumbass,
chunky
stop
when you drank
fucking
it.
drinking all day. Right? That'd be the answer to this question. But because I had such little, and people are still trying to finding it hard to believe that, I'm worried about my fucking self and how much can I really take.
You know what? You said you were huffing super glue though. If you were huffing super glue and drinking, that's
you had super glue on your dick.
There was super glue when I'm not lying to you, fucking everywhere. I went to work this morning. There was super glue on my forearms. There's super glue all over my hand. I got a lot of it off. And on my
your hand there.
Right. And on my dick, there was super glue. There was
a little 8-year-old boner running around the house.
Well, it's the size of an 8-year-old, I'm assuming.
I've got a small dick.
Yes, mine is. Yeah, so that's why it was very easy to spot.
You got a contact high with alcohol. Yeah. See? Makes all sense now.
My hands were covered in super glue.
Was that super glue from China?
It was the Gorilla Glue. I don't know where that's from, but it's Gorilla Super Glue. And it was on my dick. It was on my hands, my forearms, and it's on the fucking wine rack out there. It's not all over the table.
One of the screws is covered in super glue.
Which Pappa J probably put together that, hey, that screw's stripped out, so you probably put super glue on it to fucking keep it in there. I was like, yeah, I might have. I don't fucking know.
There's no idea why you used super glue. Didn't ever remember using super glue.
I would just re-drill a different hole somewhere.
So if somebody slams the door, the wine rack's just going to fall?
No, today, to be fair, I proved it to Pappa J. I hung off that bitch.
Yeah, he did a pull-up on the wine rack.
That shit ain't coming off.
The drywall comes off the wall.
The drywall will have to come off before the wine rack does.
Let me bottom line this. If I can get serious for just 1 minute, I'm going to bottom line this so that we can move on to snack time.
Yeah.
Bottom line is this.
Uh-oh.
Up till now,
yeah,
up till last night,
yep,
you've been a functioning alcoholic.
Yeah.
which in my opinion is fine. Many alcoholics drink until the day they die with a successful life and a happy family.
Can I stop you right there? Real
Yes,
quick?
go ahead.
Would a functioning alcoholic not be able to drink for a couple days on end?
What do you mean?
When I hear the term alcoholic, the dude's drinking all day, every day.
No, there's a few kinds of alcoholics. Okay, there's the alcoholic who
still drinks all day, every day, goes to work. Whatever.
Has to be drunk all the time. When he's not drunk, he's
miserable,
wanting to be drunk.
Yeah.
There's the binge drinker who once he starts can't stop until the beer's gone, the money's gone, or they're passed out. Then there's the third kind who can't face situations without being drunk.
You said only two kinds, bro.
I said there's three kinds.
Okay.
And the third kind is the guy who's
social anxiety type
maybe
bullshit.
social anxiety, maybe
Whatever
family, maybe whatever it is, he can't face it without being drunk.
Okay.
What the fuck are you laughing at, ladies?
I'm going to hold it in.
This fucking guy. So anyway.
I got one more, but I can't say it.
What's the fourth one?
Stop fucking lying.
What's the fourth alcohol?
There's a drunk where you got to blow into the hole.
The blow into the penis for your blood.
No, that wasn't worth it.
Look what he brought up again.
So he told
That
you.
wasn't
See,
worth it.
why'd you make me open
Just
that
for
up?
that segment, to be fair, he said I'm not gonna say it. But
Right.
If you guys want to know what the fuck,
You got to listen to last week's show.
No, it's not last week's.
before.
It's lip service. Last week's lip service. I put up a lip service. All you got to do is subscribe for $4.99 a month. You can catch how Pappa J checks his blood alcohol level, his blow tolerance, and you might think it's in what are those meters called? The
Breathalyzer?
Breathalyzer
meter.
But he checks his quite a different way, and you can find that out listening to the lip service. But either way, Pappa J, go ahead.
All right. So
Functioning. There's
those are the
types.
three kinds of drunks, okay? And let me explain the type of drunk you are. You're a combination of 2 and 3, mostly 3.
If there's beer there, I'm gonna drink it until it's gone.
Once you start drinking, you're drinking till you're done. Okay.
Until there's no more beer.
And you have trouble facing certain situations without being drunk.
You know what? I agree with that 100% because the Championship Wrestling Red Carpet Rumble, I explained how awkward it was that I wasn't drunk.
Yeah, you just sat there staring at the ring, telling me what a great time you're having, but showing absolutely no emotion.
Zero emotion.
Right,
so you
'cause
think
you were
I'm
sober.
number 2 and 3?
Yeah, you're 35% 2, and then let me do my math. 65% 3.
Okay. But I thought that was said he didn't want to get canceled again. That's why he was sitting there quietly.
Right.
Unlike Pappa J, who likes to fucking tell people how they
he's
should be gay.
He's like, don't say anything.
So
don't talk to anybody.
Right.
So up until last night,
Yeah.
you've been a functioning alcoholic, which is fine. I enjoy alcoholics as much as anybody.
I have not.
Now last night is the kind of night that will make your 2 daughters, one of them marry a woman, and the other one work at a pole. Okay? So we need to make sure that doesn't happen.
You know what? The one marrying a woman, I don't care because that means I don't have to worry about grandkids.
Sure.
All right? The other one working a pole, I'm kind of worried about.
You're right, that's a problem. Now you
Yeah,
got to worry about everybody's
that's
grandkids.
That's the problem right there.
So what you got to do is, should a night like that ever happen again, and your next move isn't to check into a rehab, I will have to pull away from the show. I will do my own shows from home, like I used to, the movie review, the wrestling show, the politics show. I'll do my shows from home. I'll let you do Tuesday nights here, but I can't take part in them as you're partying here, and we're all pretending that you're not an alcoholic.
So you're saying I can still do bigger?
You can do whatever you want. Yeah, sure. At that point, yeah, you guys can take
what
it
if
over
we
from
blow
me.
up because you're off the show? What if we finally get the 1 million views that we've been looking for the last 13 years?
It could happen. You never know.
No.
But yeah, and until you go into rehab, and then everything will be fine again.
Slay Zombie, I did not pick them up from school drunk. Just answering your question.
Wait,
and he said,
you picked him up from school drunk? No, Zombie, he's expecting us to believe he got that fucked up of a half a Coors and 3/4 of a Buzzball. That's the story we're believing right now.
So not to take away from your
ultimatum,
your plan, whatever it is.
Ultimatum. We'll call it an ultimatum.
It's ultimatum. You're gonna leave if my wife ever has to reach out to you again and say, why is Zach this fucked up?
Well, no,
Essentially,
if you don't the next day, check into rehab.
Oh.
Until you check into rehab.
Can you do podcasts in rehab?
We can do them by phone.
True.
Yeah.
I'm weighing the options.
right.
Well, I'm not an alcoholic. I mean, can I do podcasts in rehab? What the fuck, dude?
Holy shit.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. Well, I know what's wrong with you. We're
Now-
discussing it right now.
Now, I take your plan of action really personal because you're the one...
And it's done out of love. You know there's nobody I love more
Not
than
to get it weird or kind of touchy-feely, but you're the only male... Yeah, that I think has lasted in my life this long.
Right.
Does that make any sense?
Right.
My mother's
I've been there
had-
from the beginning.
I know this is not a cool fact. I hate bragging about this, but I
that's
know
kinda
my
how
mother's
uncles
banged
are.
6 dudes because she married 3 of them and then had kids with 3 other dudes she didn't fucking marry.
Right,
so
right,
there's
right.
6 right there. So
Right. There's at least
like,
6.
You know what I mean? Like,
Body count of at least 6.
Yeah. So I kind of understand it, but at the same time,
I was there the day you were born, and I'm there today.
you've been around for a while, so your words have weight to them, if that makes any sense.
All right, I
think
appreciate
about
that.
a lot of
I
what you say,
appreciate that.
even though I blow it off later on that night after the show or wherever we just hung out.
Right,
I
right.
think about the shit you say. I think about the shit you say. Now, I have a question for you before we decide to move on with snack time.
All right.
Usually when you go to rehab, here's a statement before the question, by the
All
way.
right.
Usually when you go to rehab, they say, all right, stay away from X, Y, Z, right? And if you can't stay away from that, you're no longer welcome here.
Right.
Which, number one, doesn't bring in sort of any sort of welcoming environment. It's because it's like, hey, you can either do what you did on the outside and suffer those consequences, or you can come here and also try not to do what you did on the outside and suffer even more consequences, which makes somebody that has oppositional defiance order fucking turn their back and want to do that shit. Right.
Sober people, sober places.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and trust me, oppositional defiance is a key component to what I have.
To be fair, you didn't make it to 35 before you had a problem like this.
No, I made it to 23. Yeah,
and you want
it's
to
pretty fucked
equate
up.
me to what you had to go through, which is honestly, in my own opinion, not only disrespectful to you who went through this shit that somebody's trying to label me as, but
right.
2, I've never once been in fucking jail.
Right, you've never been. You have now in the program.
You
in
were
recovery,
a raging alcoholic, correct?
right? And in recovery, we have something called yets.
Yets.
There's
Didn't
a
happen yet.
Right, there's a lot of yets that you have. I've woken up literally, like in Pascagoula, Mississippi, for example. I've literally woken up behind a dumpster. Okay. I
haven't done that yet.
You haven't done that yet.
Yet.
And I've been to jail several times. You haven't done that.
I haven't been there yet.
And
Yet?
These are known as yets. I got divorced over alcohol.
Yeah.
You haven't gotten divorced over alcohol
Yet.
Right.
You haven't either.
I did.
You have
didn't
yet
get
to
divorced
have.
My very first divorce.
That's true. But it hasn't happened to me, sucker.
Right. I April to April, 1 year. 1 year. I drank my way out of my first marriage.
Yeah,
Right.
but you have yet to have kids from 4 different mamas.
That is true.
You've been with. That's right.
Yeah, look at all the kids you have, man. How many times have you drunk when you were impregnated? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's
All
be
those
fair
women.
here and saying I don't have the same history as you do,
No.
who is a proclaimed alcoholic.
Right,
That's not.
right.
I'm not calling you a name. That's
No.
just what you.
We're
You
acknowledging
guys
me.
call yourself out. Like that's how you learn to recover is by identifying a problem.
You're doing
And
Roman
alcoholism-
Reigns. You're acknowledging me.
Acknowledge me.
I'm a drunk.
Right. I never started drinking.
All right.
Up until 2009, 10.
Right.
I feel like I have a lot further to go to get to where you were. And if I'm thinking correctly, you people who are telling me to stop are trying to push my path on a different road versus the one that you went down. Is this
Right,
true?
right.
Or did I just give you that idea?
I would like you to exit the path earlier than I did.
Gotcha.
Right. Not
And you
chronologically
didn't have
because
children.
I was 23.
You didn't
but
have any wives at the time. You were in the military.
Oh, there are a
and
lot of
you-
basic mistakes I was
you were
able
running
to avoid.
free.
Right. A lot of basic.
So
right.
I've been with a woman since probably you could ever remember.
Right.
even living with you, I was with a woman, and that's Slay Zombie's fucking mom. Sorry. That's the woman, right? And then since then, I have not been by myself. I feel like if I was by myself, we'd be having a whole different... I might not be here. I might be in fucking prison.
Right. I was about to say.
There's a better half. There's a better half of me right now pulling me out of this bullshit.
Right. And you've also have a lot more stable life, as you were pointing out. And there are better enablers in your life than I had in mine, which I had nobody. I was just falling flat on my face and nobody was there to pick me up.
That's true. Before I get into my last question, let me just point out that Darkfire said, fuck you, Zmunny. I bet you can't be sober for 30 days, little bitch. Well, if you can learn how to spell, I might be able to oblige to what you're fucking asking me. But because you don't know how to spell, I'm not going to do that. Slay Zombie says, you may not have been to jail, but scaring your family is worse. Don't force them into that situation, which hits home.
Right.
Which hits home because you're supposed to be protecting your family.
You're supposed to keep them from feeling like that, not being the cause of those
feelings. And it's funny how he pointed that out because I was going to wrap it up by saying I'm terrified of scaring my family.
Right.
I don't want to scare them. I'll do whatever it takes to not scare them. And if that means not drinking, well, then that's what it means. But... there is a but here, my friends.
Here's the however.
I got to find out what that limit is so I can tiptoe right up to it and then just stop. Right?
We all do. Right? Hey, I tried for 4 years to quit
You dumb fuckers are supposed to call me an alcoholic and say, no, that's not what you're supposed to do is tiptoe up to the line. You were literally about to fucking just hang into there.
Did you say you were doing yard work yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't you see Zootopia?
Yeah.
Were you messing with some weeds? You got in the weeds and got poisoned and then went crazy?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'd have no problem admitting something like that.
That's how you can pass it off to the kids.
It'd be easy. Just give me a drug test right now. That's all you got to do. I don't play around with that funny stuff.
I had some howlerberries and...
See, because my mind shifted into recovery mode and not humor mode, what you're talking about is you got to find the line.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. You got to find that line. You got to know where that bottom is.
And that's the problem with alcoholics. They don't have that awareness. And I'm not saying I'm not an alcoholic and I have that awareness, but I feel like last night was a bottom.
It was a bottom.
Regardless of how much I drank or what happened, last night was a bottom.
I don't know if it was the bottom, but it was a bottom.
To be fair, I started this conversation off with talking to my wife at 7 o'clock in the morning. And if it was something that bad, that conversation at 7 o'clock in the morning wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have called my wife. I wouldn't have picked up. She wouldn't have picked up any of that stuff. So the one question I wanted to ask before we decide to move on to snack time is how do I fucking put this? When you go to rehab, like I mentioned, they're like, hey, you need to follow these rules. Oh, by the way, here's some medication to help you out.
Here's the structure.
Here's
a good place
here's
some
some
medicate you.
Anxiety medication. Here's some Xanax, Zoloft.
A good place won't do that.
They give you water.
I do know when I drink, I will admit this right now, it's not to cure, it's to put off some sort of social, I don't want to call it anxiety because that's just a bitch being a bitch, right?
Right.
Like anxiety's not real.
You're saying you're an introvert?
That's just because you don't know, you haven't developed a skill yet to get over whatever anxiety you're feeling.
Lack of confidence in social situations.
Podcast. Remember when we first started this? I would sweat from my
down to your
fucking
waist.
pits, let alone doing a live show in front of people. Oh my God. I use alcohol.
Right.
Do you think there's a benefit of using prescription medication versus alcohol or vice versa?
Well, like an antidepressant?
I think
anxiety, whatever they do, they give you to cure social anxiety. Do you think there's a difference between taking that medication and drinking? I guess is the question I want to ask. Do you think there's a difference between taking this medication to make you feel a certain way and drinking this alcohol to make you feel a certain way?
Both of them accomplish the same task, which is allowing you to function in society without having to actually master yourself and function in society.
So it's like a cheat code almost.
Right.
How do you develop those skills if that's just a deficiency you have? You just don't have good social awareness is what we're going to call the opposite of social anxiety.
Right.
You're not, hey, you're not going to a wrestling match shouting at the top of your fucking lungs. You're not doing any of this.
Right.
Thank you. What's the,
or do you want a buzzball?
Don't give me a fucking buzzball. I'm done with hard liquor or wine.
Here it is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alcoholism is just a symptom of a deeper problem. When you discover that problem and work through that problem, the excuses will take care of themselves. Social anxiety is just an excuse you use to drink. The social anxiety will disappear.
It will?
Yes.
So, like, the reason why I brought up starting this podcast is because that's you're something new, right?
Right.
You're not sure what's going on. You have no idea how to work this. We're 12 years in to this podcast.
Yeah, we are.
And I didn't drink 2 Tuesdays ago. And how awkward was that fucking podcast? How sweaty was I during that podcast?
Right.
You don't get better. You don't get better when it comes to, and I hate saying this.
You do. You trust me, you do.
Social anxiety. I stand up in front of people that can fire me in a heartbeat, and I talk to them constantly at work.
Right.
When it comes to the podcast, and we're doing a live show,
right.
Nervous. Do you think there's any differences in health benefits between taking a prescribed medication for social anxiety versus drinking?
Nope.
Do you think one's healthier than the other? Do you think one's going to hurt you? I feel like both are just as bad for you.
Yes.
I feel like there's not one that's any better than any other. I feel like the only way you're going to get through it is to practice being social in social spaces, right?
You just plow through it.
And I've been doing this for years, but I'm about to say this, and it's not contradicting myself. I said what I said in the beginning. But without a beer, I don't know if I could fucking do a live show. And I don't think I've practiced doing a live show without a beer since we started doing fucking live shows. That you see what I'm getting at?
Well, remember, every show used to be a live show. We used to do it with the crowd.
Well, technically, every show is fucking live. We had them sitting in our fucking house.
We used to have 12 people at the house raising hell.
Practice. Now I can go talk to people who make a shit ton of money and who can easily control my future with no problem.
Right.
But when it comes to doing something, and this is where I'm stuck in my head, when it comes to doing something for Big Lip Radio, not even specifically, I feel like if I went out with my wife and we got called up at a comedy concert to be made fun of or say something, I'd be just as fucking nervous. But those situations don't happen.
But remember, you used to think you had to be in a certain state of mind, quote unquote, to deliver business speeches. And I remember you and I having an argument over that state of mind, and you told me, this helps me. And now you don't need to be in that state of mind.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You don't need to be in that state of mind now in a professional setting when you used to.
That's true. I grew out of it.
You grew up. Right.
Grew out of that bullshit.
And the same thing will happen with the show.
You think if I stop drinking now, the first few shows are going to be rough for me personally inside my own head. But after those first few shows of not having to drink, I'd be fine.
Right. You'll find the rhythm. You'll find the groove.
So you're saying after like the 4th or 5th show, I should have some sort of mentality that's like anchored more than it was without alcohol?
Right. 3 shows, you'll start developing a rhythm.
If that doesn't happen, are you giving me full permission to drink again?
Look. Hold on. Yeah. I'm reminding you. I'm not telling you now you can't drink.
We already had the conversation where your words mean more than a lot of others to me. So when you say now, it means forever you can't fucking drink.
I'm just telling you, if another night happens like last night, the next day you need to check directly into rehab, is what I'm telling you.
So the only thing that's going to happen like last night, which I wouldn't say last night was a very one-off scenario. And which is what makes me understand why you're saying what you're doing. Because if last night happens constantly,
to that point,
I was gonna say if last night happens constantly, I understand what you're saying. But man, I don't even know how it got that far. That's the problem. Like if I had a fucking even a 6-pack of Coors Banquet after not drinking for a few days,
I think it was a fermented buzzball.
I think you might have called it. I wish I would have just. I wish I just.
That could kind of make sense.
Because I'm pretty sure that was like 2-3 years ago we had those.
We tried them.
I'm pretty sure it was a long.
If you open that fridge, I'm pretty sure there's still another snack sitting in there from like 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
That my kids bitch at me for
when
not
you
trying.
said you got a buzzball out of the fridge, I was like, where was it? It must have been all the way at the back, and you had to dig it out.
It was in that freezer.
Because
open that freezer. Look in that bitch right now.
Because I look in the freezer when I get you a beer.
That freezer is 10 times bigger than what you see, by the way.
Right, it's all frosted over.
I feel the recess all the way to the back for the buzzball that you had to dig out.
Oh, I spilled my beer. Let's do this.
Normally what's been there.
How long has that been in there? He just pulled this out of the studio freezer here.
By the way, we may have to skip snack time today and go directly into nostalgia and then my story.
Oh, my goodness. We could probably skip both the nostalgia and snack time. I'd say, hey, this will be the first in Big Up Radio history that we've skipped a nostalgia or snack time.
Right.
Which I'm not fine with it. But
if you want to stop drinking, dude, I completely, wholeheartedly endorse that. And let me remind you again, because there might be some doubt. You know, there's people listening right now. There's people going to download this and listen to it. I want to make sure nobody has any doubts. You are an alcoholic, so I want
get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
So if you were to quit, that's the best case scenario. That is the proper thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, as your friend, as your uncle, as your father figure, if last night happens again, you need to make drastic changes, or I have to pull away.
I see. That I get it. You don't want to be involved with that, even though you fucking keep trying to force feed me beers.
Hey, get him a beer, dude.
He's already got one.
Both you two.
Upend it. Chug. No, I'm kidding. Stop.
Oh, I was
gonna get him
This is all for nothing.
I think we should see if how a buzzball does next show.
I'm curious too. We should
try
try
and get a buzzball, put it in a freezer for 3 years.
That's too funny. So, Pappa J, let me ask you another question.
Yes.
Since you're 31 years of sobriety,
yes,
how long did it take you to get your first year? How many times did you relapse?
It took him 1 year.
How many times did you relapse?
It took me 5 years to get a year.
How many times did you relapse before you decided this is it?
Consistently for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would string together 3 months, 6 weeks, 4 weeks, and I would always go back out because I would think, oh, I was just young and irresponsible. I'm better now. I took care of all my problems. Everything's back, and I'm like, okay, here I go. And then I go back out and fuck everything up again. And I did that for 4 years straight. Finally, when my first wife left me,
what?
That was the bottom. And unfortunately, for most of us, look at that, he's gonna puke.
I got fucking hiccups again.
For most of us, we can't quit for what we want to keep. We end up quitting, ironically, for what we had lost. If Cindy hadn't have left me, I'd have never got sober.
Her name wasn't Sarah?
No.
That's Undertaker's chick.
Well,
it's Undertaker's chick. I didn't even know that chick's name. Now, to be fair, you found love.
Right.
And did that play a contributing factor of you continuing to be sober for your life? Or did you find that...
No, I had...
Was it your second wife?
I had to do it for me, not because I wanted to keep my wife, but because I wanted to be a better husband. Now, there's
what was
a
her name?
subtle
Chantel?
but important difference. Cindy.
Sorry, I can't remember that fucking name. You were done with Cindy when you went to rehab, right?
Right, she left me.
That last time where you decided, I'm done. Did you meet or know any other chick? That last time that you didn't your last relapse, right? You're on your straight path that you don't know about yet.
I had nobody and nothing.
There was nobody in line for you to marry. I was going to say, maybe it was because you found love that next time. You know what I mean?
Nope. I was 9 months sober when I had my first date with the woman I would marry next. I was already 9 months sober.
You were?
Yeah, I was 7 months sober when I met her.
Oh, I see.
Right. So no, I had to do it for me.
I see.
I had to do it for me because everything else in my life can leave. If you do it,
can leave.
If you do it for someone else and they leave, you're gonna get drunk again because your whole entire purpose for getting sober is no longer there.
That's
so
true.
why are you sober? You got to do it
That's a good question
yourself.
for you. Why are you sober still?
Why am I sober still? Because I don't want to go to jail. I'm allergic to alcohol. I kept breaking out in jail sentences and divorces.
You have a fucking amazing. You would never. The reason why you left was to go get all the shit you don't have at that time. You have all the shit you had to leave to go get at your house.
Right.
The bar can be at your house too.
So I could just sit at the house and get drunk.
You got food. You got family. You got friends. You got kids.
Right.
You got fucking video games. You got animals. You got horses.
Right.
You got a weight room in your garage, or did Opie already get rid of that?
Oh, you got rid of
What
that.
a fucker.
Are you kidding?
What a fucker.
He just got a motorcycle.
So Slay Zombie, I knew he was going to get butthurt if I ignored this message, but I was trying to be kind enough to let you finish.
All right.
Now, Slay Zombie in the chat wanted to get real. After this, we'll move on for sure. He said, I'm going to pose a serious reason that may contribute to your alcoholism.
Uh-oh.
You guys ready for this?
Uh-oh. Oh, I'm dying.
He says, and I'm reading this verbatim. You guys can check it in the chat. I think having a full-time wife and kids and dogs stresses you out more than you probably like to admit.
Oh, damn.
How many times have I bitched about having animals on this podcast?
Right. Well, only
It's
one
been a
animal.
while. It's been a while.
Not you, Pappa J.
Only one animal, Woody.
Fuck all the dogs. I don't want any animals.
Right.
I gave in to the other 2 dogs that we did have.
Right.
The third one just kind of showed up without me giving in.
Because you're more of a cat guy, aren't you?
You know what? I'm going to tell you something, boss man, that my grandmother told me many moons ago. Pappa J's mom, before he told me Pappa J was a bitch, right? Many moons ago, I had twin sisters. I still do, but they were very young.
I was going to say, yeah.
They were very young.
I've met them.
And they like to ask a million questions. And I
Why?
thought I'd be witty one day to my grandmother because my sisters were asking millions of questions. I said, Grandma, what's your favorite kind of animal? Or dog, I think I said specifically.
Dog.
And she's like, oh, Zachy.
That's her.
Zachy. Oh, you sure know how to push my buttons, honey.
That's her?
You sure know? She's like, Zachy, my favorite kind of dog is a dead one. And I was like, no! My sister started fucking crying. And ever since then, I understood why her favorite kind of animal or dog was a dead one.
Dog was a dead dog.
Because they didn't dig holes in her backyard. They didn't shit everywhere. They didn't try to run out of your house every chance they got. Like,
right.
Why would the fuck would you want to escape the house that's taking care of you?
Right.
Like, I never understood that as a dog. Maybe I just give him too much credit. But needless to say, Pappa J, back to the whole drinking thing. I, again, for the last month, have already been making a conscious effort not to drink, which you've seen. It's been on display.
Right. The
all of our
the sweaty brow.
All our wrestling fans have been. I've been in places sober that I normally am shit faced.
Right.
And that's by design. Right. I want people to start to understand that Zach, because I know Cyber Zach comes out when he's all shit faced and doesn't give shit.
Right.
How many times can I say shit? Right.
Shit.
Thank God this isn't air radio because we'd be off the air. So I'm going to make another conceited effort, an even bigger effort, to not drink at all. Now, for the most part, on Tuesdays, I'm going to indulge. Those are the days I relax.
All right.
Those are the days I want to kick my feet up. Those are the days I want to not give a fuck about what anybody says about me.
It's a party day.
It's a party day.
All
and
right.
I'd like to continue to drink on those days, if that makes sense. And when I say drink, I don't mean drink a fucking 6-pack. I don't mean drink a 15-pack of pint beers. I mean have a few beers on the show like a normal non-alcoholic person would do. Now
you're gonna do impersonations now. Here's a non-alcoholic.
Here's non-alcoholic Z-Money. Whoops, I guess Z-Money's drinking again. right. No. I will make that conceited effort to not drink any other time besides Tuesdays. I've already been doing that for
Tuesdays and live show days.
I'll even say live show days.
All right.
Yeah.
And you got to wait to start drinking until I get here.
Fuck. That means I can't pregame. Usually the only way I can tolerate you is when I'm fucked.
Oh, I see how it is.
You come in here and start stepping on everybody's shit. I got to make sure I'm fucked up. Otherwise, I call you all kinds of mean names.
I'll make you a deal. I got a special treat that I will bring next week. If you wait until I get here, we'll drink it together.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to try it first.
Okay. You know what? Deal. I won't drink any other time of the week except for on Tuesday.
And
this
upcoming, next one, you have to wait until I get here.
I will specifically wait for you to get here.
If all of us...
Doesn't that make me a fucking alcoholic because I'm excited for him to bring me some sort of drinking beverage?
If all of us are clean and sober, and every single live event we'll hear, yay!
You fucking nerds! Nobody fucking wants that. Nobody fucking wants that. But
do not come. Do not come.
I do know I'm not the only one here with a little bit of drama under their belt. What are you sniffing over there? You smelling the microphone
No,
cable?
I'm trying to read the word. It's on...
just let me... If you need me to make adjustments to that little sound effects machine you have here, just let me know and I'll do it between shows. But, Pappa J, I may be an alcoholic, but you're an asshole that likes to stir up drama for no apparent reason.
Not this time.
Is it true? Last week we talked about you specifically taking a trip to Minnesota just to antagonize your sister and nephew.
That was inaccurate, I must say, because I think we're probably going to skip the next round of commercials. And I've decided to go home. Kimmy and I are sitting around, and we're batting back and forth.
So you're still trying to decide where you're going to go?
What do we want to do this year? Last year was a banner year. We had Disneyland.
South Carolina?
We had
Or was that the year before?
That was the year before. We had Disneyland and we had WrestleMania. Okay, it was a banner year, and one of the best years of my life, to be quite honest. Highs and lows last year. The lowest of the lows when I lost my mom, and the highest of the highs at WrestleMania. Man, hey, that's my grandma. It was friggin' amazing. So we're batting around. Allie's offered up Hawaii. Hey, come to Hawaii.
That's right, because my sister Allie is stationed in Hawaii.
She's stationed in Hawaii. She's got a house with a spare room. She's like, come on to Hawaii. I'm like, oh, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Although I don't know what the fuck I would do in Hawaii.
Is that up for grabs for anybody?
Huh?
Is that up for grabs for anybody?
What time of year would this Hawaii trip be?
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't want to go check out the beaches of Hawaii? You don't want to go see any natural springs? You don't want to see the waterfall? You want to see nothing in Hawaii?
I've seen Fantasy Island and Jurassic Park. I know what they look like. I'm fine.
True. Good
Yeah,
point,
whatever.
good point.
You can leave Kim at home. We'll go.
And,
so you wanted to show your chick, based off of what I heard on last Tuesday podcast, where you grew up.
Right, so we're deciding what we want to do. Hawaii, we kicked around Hawaii.
Look, I grew up on Oahu. Seriously, wink, wink.
North Carolina, which is still a possibility because we can do both those trips in a year.
Yeah.
And really, we settled on let's go to Minnesota. She wants to see where I grew up. She wants to see Ginny's drive-in.
Figured it out, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say not Hawaii.
See, in her mind, one of my favorite people in the world, your wife, Mrs. Kardashian herself.
She's amazing. What an ass.
Always thoughtful and thinking of other people. Because when we were at that live show and I was having an amazing fucking time,
right.
She reached over and said, "Are you having a good time?" Which clearly explained to me that I didn't look like I was having a good time.
As you sit there stone-faced.
Yeah, this is great.
I'm having a wonderful time.
Woo, go get him, R3.
And then everybody stands up as the camera pans to our section, except for Zach just sits there. We're all standing up. Yeah! Zach sitting there. Hey, what's up, guys?
Awkward, dude.
Maybe nobody will notice me.
I hated every minute of that shit.
Maybe nobody.
I love the event, hanging out with you and your chick, but fucking A, when they pan the camera and everybody's woo! I just wanted to shoot every single one of them motherfuckers.
Well, you wanted to be able to go to the next show.
Well, I'm surprised we made it this one because what Pappa J said and got us kicked off every other fucking show.
Well, they thought it was you.
Hey, what do you mean kicked off? We can't be canceled.
That's right. We're
In fact,
having
we got an entire tour.
Yeah. Anyways, you decided to take the trip to Minnesota instead of Hawaii. What the fuck, dude?
Right.
Yeah, I think it's kind of messed
Because
up.
your chick picked the path with the most drama on it. Do you ever think of that?
No.
Do you ever think of that?
You could have gone and hanged out.
This is why I told
with
you
your sister's daughters, and no, you're going to go to some.
We have heard stories multiple times about your sister, my aunt, on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, our podcast studio, Tanner Studios at BigLipRadio, is named after her son, my cousin, your nephew.
Right.
And we know the drama that exists in Minnesota. There's a reason why your mother moved out here from Minnesota.
But here's the deal.
It was to get away from that. So it's like, wait, Hawaii, where we don't know anybody except for one person who isn't drama, and we can handle it if she is, and enjoy ourselves on the beach and do all this. Or we could go to this other place where fucking, there's 30 members of your family there that have nothing nice to say about you or have said nothing nice about you to anybody else. Let's go there.
Well, now, hold on.
What?
First of all, on the beach, do you know how bad sand hurts when it gets caught in the steel-toe boots?
Well, I was just thinking, that was
horrible.
going to be the reason. Is because when he goes to the beach, he wears jeans and boots.
That's true.
He has a fucking pool, and I've seen him in shorts at his own fucking pool.
I was at Myrtle Beach a year ago.
In jeans and Harley boots.
And steel toes. You can ask the wife if you don't believe
I think
me.
you do that now.
You had pictures up.
I think you do that now. So for these types of reasons, I think you really enjoy it. And you have since you've gotten older, because you know how when you grow up and you get older, your opinions change, your political views change, your gender orientation changes.
Right. Sometimes you're a chick.
Right. When you get older, that shit happens.
Right,
huh?
yeah.
I feel like now you've been stuck in such a way where you absolutely have this image of you not wanting or loving or liking or having anything to do with water.
I don't like water.
You don't even like to drink fucking water.
Well, he doesn't. He doesn't even want to go there to get laid.
Slowly but surely, I think your opinion has changed, and now is a good time to say, you know what? I enjoy the fucking water. You have your own pool. I've seen you in your shorts now twice ever in my entire life, and you're like 67. I've seen you in shorts now. You can embrace the water.
I was every weekend in the pool after we got the pool in, and I said I didn't even want the pool, and I was in it more than anybody else.
Come on, Pappa
me and the
J.
babies.
You can go see
You like water, right?
No, I still don't like water.
Ah, fuck it.
You can go see the memorials while you were there.
You're like, fuck this water. It's going to cause me drama. Let's go to Minnesota.
That's one of the high points would be going
Let's
to
go
see
see
the
my
USS
sister.
Arizona. But
I got a great idea. Better yet, fuck water. Let's go talk to my sister.
Would the Spruance be docked there?
So, no, the Spruance is a reef right
The
now.
Midway.
The Midway is a museum.
The Ford.
The Missouri, that I'm old enough, I sailed.
These are all ship names, by the way.
I sailed with the USS Missouri, the one of the last two battleships in the fleet, Missouri and Wisconsin. And the Missouri is in Hawaii, and it's open for tours.
A mindfuck.
And
the state of Missouri, right? No, the ship.
Wait, so you could show her the ship that you were on because they're open for tours.
I wasn't on that ship. I sailed with that ship, not on that ship.
You could show her the ship
was in
that
our
you
battle
sailed
group.
with. It's
Yeah,
history.
I could.
They're all the same, right? They're all gray.
We even refueled from it. Well, this one has a wooden deck.
A wooden what?
Deck.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else.
No.
I was like, how you get one of those?
No.
Is it like a cover or a shield or something?
All right,
So you decided to go to Hawaii.
I'm hanging out, doing nothing, having a good time. After the drama from last week, so I'm sitting there reading comic books, playing video games, pulling the pud.
Doing all the greatest things except for drinking alcohol, right?
Right.
Damn.
No alcohol. Which is another reason. Why the fuck go to Hawaii? I'm not going to get drunk. Who gives a fuck?
Maybe you could start your new journey.
All right, right. I have coconut wine.
They got
That you're
they
old,
got drugs to make it better.
you can handle it, so you could probably go get shit-faced in these places.
Can handle it. I spent 4 years thinking I can handle it and go back out.
Well, 31 years later, here you go.
Right. I'm sure it's different
You've handled
now.
it for 31 years, right?
I'm sure it's different now.
Stop! I feel your wheels in your head really spinning.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
I'm gonna get a call from your wife now and say, Pappa J sitting in his game room chair, fucking throwing up. What do I do?
Pappa J just tossed his chair through the TV in the game room.
He did that last week.
And this is what I tell your chick. I said, hey, come over to my house.
I don't blame you.
I'm not wearing any pants.
I don't blame you. She can start a Harley Davidson.
Whoa!
Now
Stuck
look.
a golf ball through a
garden
garden
hose.
hose.
Fucking A.
I would never say that about you, Caitlin, if you're watching the show.
She's not
All
that
right. Now check this out.
Shut up.
My little phone goes bing. I'm like, oh.
As you're just minding your own business?
Yeah, it's a Sunday, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Ooh.
Right?
Catching up on Friday Night SmackDown.
11 o'clock.
Pick it up and look at it. Actually, fellas, you'd be proud of me. I was at work. And, another spit take. That's 2 spit takes in one show.
Hold the fuck
That's
on.
pretty good.
You said you're at work on a Sunday?
All right.
Oh, shit. All right.
It's a new day, brother.
Oh, yeah.
So the text comes in, good morning. Your nephew, she names him by name. Your nephew is thrilled you're coming. Just let us know the dates. But we are uneasy about the motorcycle part. Because I said I want to rent a motorcycle.
Why is that? Why the fuck is that even her business, first off?
Wow.
Number two, why the fuck is she uneasy?
You know, if she gets eaten by a mountain lion, then all mountain lions are bad. So anyway.
Did she fall off a motorcycle?
Right. I did. I still don't mind them. I said, so I'll be there the 19th through the 26th. And I let her know my schedule of these days this is happening and those days that's happening. And I said, the week booked up quick. She says, yes, it did. I'll pass on Pat.
Hold on.
She's not going to Pat's get-together. My Aunt
Hold on.
Pat.
Is
Who's
that
my favorite aunt?
It's a little reunion. Let's just call it a reunion.
Yeah. There's a reunion Saturday, another one Sunday. Because
did you know this was going to happen originally?
Did I know what was going to happen?
Last week when we talked about you going to Minnesota, did you know this reunion with
No,
your
that
Aunt
all
Pat was going to happen?
I figured there'd be some sort of reunions. By the way,
Always
you still
is.
got the hiccups. And
fuckers.
So anyway, I figured there'd be a reunion. Turns out there's 2 of them.
Holy
okay?
shit! From the same person?
No. One from my Aunt Pat, the other one from my Aunt Carol.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
So same family, Myers.
Right. I said, I'm still working. She goes, I'm still working that week, so I'm not sure I can make any of that. You'll like Heather. Gonna meet my half sister. Last time I saw her, she was 2 years old.
Your half sister?
Yep.
Sister?
Last time I saw her, she was 2 years old, reaching for the casket in which my father's body lays, going, "Daddy, wake up!" And it was
wouldn't
just
remind her of that.
horrendous.
What a
and I was 9 years old watching this shit go down.
What a mind fuck, dude.
Right, so I was 9, she was 2.5 last time I saw her. So I want to meet my half sister.
Well, that's cool.
And
That's
borrow
cool.
money.
So we're doing that.
She's gonna borrow money from him.
And she goes, I'm working on an artificial arrangement for Dad's grave if you're interested in pitching in.
Hold on. Just to recap real quick.
Yes.
Last week you said you're getting your own hotel.
Yes.
And your own means of transportation.
Yes.
Why the fuck is not only is it any of her business, but why the fuck does she care what you're doing? And why does she constantly have to say, "Oh, I'm busy. Well, bitch, I ain't here for you."
Well, just wait. The best is yet to come.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm squashing it. Sorry.
The best is yet to come.
So confused. I got hiccups now. I'm thinking a million miles a minute, buddy.
She's gonna go in this other. She's gonna spiral in a different direction.
So at first she's like, "I love you. I can't wait to see you."
Right. I hope I get some time to see you.
We're gonna see our half sister, and I'm gonna set up a tombstone for our dad's grave. Blah 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 blah.
Send me money.
Right.
All right. That's respectable, but
right. So
when she's like, "I'm out," when you're talking about going to hang out with people, who the fuck cares what you are?
Right.
Who fucking
Who
cares?
Who cares?
Go ahead, be out.
And if these are the days I'm still free, we can get together.
No, go fuck yourself.
So anyway, I said, yeah. I said, your son, I mentioned him by name, texted me last week.
The studio is named after him. You could say
right.
it.
Nothing deep. Just about Desert Storm. I didn't say anything, no. Does he know? Because she told me not to mention to him that I was going. I said, and we'll find some time to get together. It's going to be a fun week. Me always up, ready to go.
Yeah.
She says, no, I didn't say anything until last night. I didn't want to just throw it out there. I wanted to have a real talk if he wanted to. He's pumped.
So, well, hold on. I'm going to have a real talk with my son about his uncle coming out here.
Right.
Like, hold on. Do you drink?
No.
Do you smoke weed?
Nope.
You do crystal meth?
Not in months.
Do you do you do prescription medications of any sort?
Oh, no. Not in weeks.
When's the last time you took a Tylenol?
I don't remember.
Okay, this is my fucking point.
Right.
That's my. I had to give my son, your nephew, a heads up that you're coming
she
into
said,
town.
hey, look, don't let him convince you into going to Arizona. You know that's what it's about, man. You know that's what it's about.
You should fucking buy him a ticket back here. Fucking do it.
Hold on, it gets worse. It gets worse. We're running out of time. It gets worse.
Again, I'm jumping. I'm sorry. We still technically have at least 20 minutes.
She goes, yeah, we're excited for you to come down too. And no, KNOW, know that it's not your fault the way Mom felt. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
I just would have handled it differently if it were me.
What the
I said, I understand.
When she says, I know how your mom felt, she's talking about your mom that just died last year.
Right.
Her mom as well.
My mom, your grandmom.
Her mom as well.
Who thinks you're a bitch.
Who also hates the shit out of her daughter.
She didn't hate her. No, not for years.
That's right. She just paid her no mind.
Yeah, she just knows that every time they get together, very hurtful things happen. So she just
She's
decided,
not lying.
okay, right.
I witnessed it. It's one of the reasons why we moved to Arizona.
Right. So I said, I understand. Mom was stubborn, and I felt honoring her wishes wasn't optional. We found let's see. Okay, hold on.
So she's trying to have a heart-to-heart with you because you're about to come out.
And she says, Jared, you honored her emotional abuse. Something we grew up with.
What?
I said she struggled as a single parent in a time when that wasn't common. I feel she did the best she could, and I don't feel we were abused. Anyway, we always had everything we needed, sometimes at her great sacrifice. Oh, for Pete's sake, Jared.
She said
really?
That.
Yeah.
Your own sister's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Do you remember her giving us her food stamps so we could buy a 25-cent candy bar so she could have the change to buy cigarettes?
Holy shit, she gave you food stamps to go buy a candy bar when she didn't even have to do that?
So you could use the change, because it used to be back in the day you had actual food stamps. It was a stamp.
Yeah.
And you tore it out of the book and it had a dollar value. And they would give you the change back in actual money.
Yeah.
There's
candy bar was what, 50 50 cents,
Candy
25
bars,
cents.
quarter, right. There's a lot.
Back in the early 50s?
And a pack of cigarettes back then was like 50 cents. So we'd still bring home a
One
quarter.
food stamp could easily cover both of those.
Both, they'd bring back a quarter.
But you wouldn't buy the cigarettes for her?
She was the
actually,
oldest.
it was a small town.
I was going to say, you couldn't do that.
She
back
was the
then.
oldest, right?
Well, dude, I was 11. What
Yeah.
do you want? But
Well,
yeah, I
they have
used
vending
to
machines. I mean, you just walk.
No, I used to run down to Super Value and buy them. They'd let us buy them.
We had an old
These are
Sinclair.
from my mom.
Right,
I used to do the same thing for my mom.
Because there was a town of 800 people. They knew who my mom was.
Yep.
I said, she goes, there's lots you don't remember that I forgave her for. She died with a guilty conscience.
What the fuck?
I said, of course I remember that. It's one of the many reasons I'm not in favor of how we apply our nation's safety net. She did what she felt she had to do. You and I never had to worry about having no money and few prospects while raising kids. We avoided many mistakes she fell into.
So,
And,
a
hold
little
on.
backstory real quick. Your grandmother was single, right?
Right.
And never brought another man into the house?
Nope.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
Right. There's never any help.
There was no boyfriends
She goes-
that could have touched you or done something crazy
Right.
to you?
Nope.
Okay, just make sure.
She goes, do you remember being told to lay across the bed with your pants down, and she would be in to take care of us when she was damn good and ready, lying there for however long in fear knowing the belt was coming? It happened so much to me that it stopped hurting when she did it.
What the fuck, dude?
She goes,
Your sister said this. The person
do you
who's
remember the cops being called out to our house for welfare fraud? I said, I was only spanked twice. I said, I didn't really raise hell when I was young, and when I did, was rarely caught. Spankings meant something to me, so I did what I could to avoid them.
your sister just loved being spanked. I see where you go. I see where you go with this.
She goes, do you remember Mom not letting us be with Dad? He showed up to get us, and she told him he couldn't have us for the weekend.
There's probably a fucking reason. He's probably a drunk.
Sounds like somebody needs therapy.
It was always my fault. Here's therapy. It was always my fault she didn't get to become a nurse because she got pregnant with me when she was in high school. I was able to go to college and raise kids. It was just an excuse. I said,
She's got some.
I said, I remember Dad promising to take us to see Dumbo at the drive-in and not doing it, and Mom had to with money she couldn't afford, but I don't remember her refusing to let us see Dad. And to be fair, you had Phil to be a husband and a father. As far as I know, and I'm lying here, as far as I know, you didn't have to worry about what he was doing behind your back. It was a different situation.
Ooh. So you're saying, I remember when Grandma was hiding secrets for your sister.
Right.
Your sister.
Right.
The one who's bitching about how her life was so fucked up even though she fucked it up herself.
Do you remember Lori living with Grandma and Grandpa because Mom couldn't handle being a parent? Or her living with us after I moved out for the same reason? If things weren't easy or something she couldn't control, she wasn't interested.
Here's the deal. Based off the times you guys grew up in, I feel like it was harder then. You know what I mean?
It was.
I feel like it was much harder to get what I have now. Sorry, that means the show's over.
Oh, it's a show finale.
It's a show timer. When you hear that means the show is supposed to be over.
Well, check this out.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I want to respect what you have to say because we did when I had something to say, we respected it. But what the fuck, dude?
Right.
What the fuck? You didn't tell her she's a bitch or anything?
This
anything
sounds like...
Well, I did.
You're not like, hey, you're a bitch, and you didn't poke the monster to get her to reply to you in this sort of negative contextual way.
No, you're hearing my responses.
Is she literally just trying to lay us all out on the table so when you go there, there's no drama?
She's trying to pick a fight with me.
So
she'll have a reason when I come up there to talk shit about me.
You know what? You need to find a counselor in the area and just send that like, hey, sis, I got you an hour free session with this person.
Right.
I think you need to talk to somebody because you're carrying demons from way back in the past that you don't need to be carrying anymore.
Yep.
Because she's holding on to stuff that is 40 years old or more. That is
brother.
tearing her up.
Meanwhile,
that she needs to get rid of because she still thinks that stuff's holding her back.
The hypocrisy running through her messages going to Pappa J is fucking palpable.
Right.
You understand? You don't because she's not your sister. I was
She's
just saying,
talking about getting spanked when she was, what, 5?
Right.
Do you understand what this woman has done to not only her husband and children, but to her to her family? Like, not
Careful.
to me, to everybody, pretty much anybody that's been around that woman has wanted
every
to separate.
Every time you guys talk about her,
has wanted to
it's
separate
been
them.
drama
I'm
and
gonna tell you
drama
why.
and more. So why do you guys put up with it?
Because it's family.
No.
Sure, right.
Because
to
I
me-
want to see my Aunt Pat.
To me,
I
don't
want to
put-
see my cousin Jason. I want to meet my stepsister, half-sister.
When Tanner had gone down on his motorcycle, crashed, and was in a coma for a few months.
I went down on my motorcycle, burned my lips. Anyway, go ahead.
But allegedly, it was all this guy's fault.
Right, it was all your fault because you told me you didn't have to wear a helmet. Remember that? She put that on you too.
Right, she did.
Fucking asshole. So, after he had gotten in his accident, Tracy and I have never been on the same page.
Right.
Well, Boss Man's already released her name.
I didn't say
He's
it.
just waiting for one of us to do it. We've never been on the same page.
Right.
Never once ever. Now, when we get together, there's two sides of this woman. I've come to realize there is over the
public
message
side and a private side.
There is a
Why are you
hey.
flicking everybody off?
When I see you in person, I'm gonna have these words to say to you, and when I talk to you on text message, I'm gonna have this to say to you.
It's
And
the
it doesn't-
private. It's the private side and the public side. In public, everything has to look exactly how she wants it to look.
Yes.
In
even
private, she can be as messy as she wants.
No, not even private, dude. We've been at her house where it's just me and her staying up till midnight, drinking and joking about everything. And it was when I went down there to see Tanner, it was the fucking best.
Right.
It was the best. I was like, "Who are you? Where did you come from, Jared's sister? What the hell? These text messages don't look like anything that's happening now." So I have a feeling when you get down there, none of this is going to be a topic of conversation because I've had a lot of these types of conversations with her before I get there. I think she has some sort of anxiety as well.
No.
When it comes to seeing you, but when you get down there, everything is going to be peachy. I guarantee your
You
recap
don't
story was
get
like,
it.
"This is the best."
You don't get it.
When
What
you
she's
come back,
doing-
she'll be planting eggs in everybody else's head.
I know what she's doing. See,
is she doing?
Of course, if she ever gets a hold of this podcast, the mission is done. She has everything she needs. But what she's doing...
For what? For her being a psychopath?
No, she's trying to bait me to text some horrible, hateful, heinous shit so that she can show everybody what a dick I am.
Okay, now...
And I ain't doing it.
Here's the follow-up question to that.
All right.
What if that happens? What if she is baiting you and goes and talks shit to everybody else? Then what?
Because here's what she does.
No. Then what?
I'm going to explain to you. Here's
All
what
right.
she does.
All right.
She worms into your social setting, your social network.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, this is family, so she's already in.
Yeah.
But once she's in your network and she's got their trust, then she can start driving that wedge and singling you out from your social network. That's what she does.
I get you, but the question is who in your social network can she affect that affects you? That affects you. Not, you know what I mean?
Right. Now,
that would really make an impact.
Aunt Carol's kids, I'm really fond of and rather close to. Now, Carol was on the opposite side of the family because there were wars everywhere in my family. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And Carol is the
I
leader.
remember a bunch of Thanksgivings and Christmases where we're all together and we're not all together. It's just
Aunt
bickering
Carol
and bitching.
was the leader of the other side. My mom is the leader of this side, right? Aunt Carol, I never knew that much, but her kids, I grew up with her fucking kids, and I'm so excited to see them again.
One of them their name starting with a W. Wayne?
Nope. That's Cubits. They ain't got two.
That's who I.
They ain't got 2 seconds to hear what she has to say,
Right,
so they don't care.
Yeah,
they don't care.
That's how we should be. Slay Zombie in the chat says I would just ignore it.
But well, it's hard to ignore it when somebody's actively trying to poison your reputation.
Which brings me back to who
go
are
to
you
Hawaii.
worried? Go to Hawaii. No, who are you worried about that would have a different representation of you in their head? In Minnesota. Minnesota. Who are you worried
Just
about?
my half-sister, Heather. She knows
Not
her
even
very
Pat?
well.
Not even Pat?
No. She ain't got two seconds for her either.
So Pat don't give a shit about Tracy?
No,
You notice the
no.
common theme amongst
That
all these
side-
people?
That side is well shielded.
The people you've spoken about tonight that you want to go see, aren't even in her circle.
Yeah.
No, that's just that one side. Like I said, my half-sister, Randy and Ruth, the Smith side, she's in solid with all the Smiths.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she can poison all of them.
Now,
as long as she gets
I
this podcast.
just had a harebrained idea.
Oh, here
I got a harebrained idea. Well, Moneybags over here, what he could do is just fly all of them, except for Tracy, to Hawaii.
Hey!
And they'd be excited. They get to go hang out, and they get to see their niece, and they'd be all excited. Dude,
well,
hey.
totally the best thing you could ever do. You'd have a good time there because all your family's there. Like, hey, I'm Pat, check it out. She's like, I'm having a margarita.
Yeah, but then I couldn't show Kimmy the bowling alley where I held all the records.
Dude, it's called
Centipede.
It's called Google Earth.
It's Westcott Lanes, bro.
Right, Westcott Lanes.
I know.
I couldn't show her Jenny's drive-in. I mean, there are things
Google
I
Earth.
want. No.
Street View. Look at that.
How's she going to have a
Hold
hamburger
on.
at Jenny's drive-in on
Hold
Google
on.
Earth?
There's something here that can solve both your problems. Now, Boss Man, you are correct.
Yeah,
Pappa J, you are also correct. Why don't you just not see your sister?
That may happen. That may happen.
Why don't you just not see her? Like Slay Zombie says, just don't see her. You don't have to stay at her house. You don't have to rely on her for anything.
Because then she gets to tell everybody, he come down here and didn't even see me. What a dick.
So what?
But
they wouldn't care. You saw them.
Hold on. She could go to Heather. Oh, you finally got to meet Jared, huh? Oh, yeah, wow. Him and his wife are so great. Oh, I don't think they're that great. He used to cover for Mom when she did all these horrible things to me. And did you know, when he was down here for that entire week, he never even came to see me. And when he broke his leg, I was always there for him. I was his biggest cheerleader when he was in Desert Storm.
Here's the deal.
Why are you worried about where she thinks?
How do you?
Because now Heather's going to be like, oh, fuck, he was really putting on an act.
How do you know she hasn't already done that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's possible.
Yeah.
I feel like she's trying to talk shit to all of us.
It's all over
about all of
Facebook.
us to everybody
you
there
keep
already.
asking me why I'm doing this dance is because it's possible. I don't want that to happen, so I'm dancing.
Next question.
Yes.
Do you have Heather's phone number, your half-sister?
Yes.
Is that her name, Heather?
Yes.
You have her phone number?
Yes.
When's the last time you called her?
Actually, the first time we actually talked that wasn't over Facebook was last week.
Last week?
Right.
Just keep that relationship.
Yeah.
If Heather has her head screwed on her shoulders,
she appears to.
She'll see through all the
Yeah,
bullshit.
let's hope.
Even if it's not now, like you guys always tell me, it'll happen. She will see through the shit. She'll understand that, holy crap, she is crazy. Just like everybody else in our fucking family has figured that out. There wouldn't be this one person that's just automatically so stupid that she couldn't figure out Tracy's bullshit, your sister.
Tracy always comes across as pretty credible. She married a townie.
No, she doesn't.
She's a big name.
No, she doesn't.
There's nobody who knows she's full of shit whose last name isn't Cuban.
Well, I'm about to go on the Facebook page of West Concord and post this fucking podcast.
No shit!
They have a Facebook page, and I'm going to post this whole fucking podcast because it's not
take
about
out a headline in the newspaper.
It's not about exposing your sister. It's about keeping her off your ass.
No.
Right? It's just keeping it off your ass. And if
can do it.
I'm going to
they'll hear what an alcoholic you are.
I don't give a shit what I am or what they
So you guys are missing out. Front page, Big Lip Radio star comes to Concord to visit family. See him. He's
Turns out he's a bum.
You know who the mayor of Minnesota or West Concord is?
No way.
Joe McCool?
Yeah.
It's Joe McCool.
That's crazy.
I know the fucking mayor of that town.
Well, of course, there's 800 people in that town.
Okay, so why couldn't what Boss Man sitting over here and say it happen?
Yeah, totally possible.
Local celebrity comes back to visit sister.
Because how big do you think that newspaper is? What, they got 50?
I used to deliver the Post Bulletin every goddamn day in that town.
It was weekly, and Post Bulletin was every day. That's the
every day.
Rochester paper. But the West Concord Enterprise is once a week.
Who cares?
I bet if you wrote them and talked about him coming and sent him a cover photo and said, "Hey, this guy's coming. Hey, we also want to interview him too."
I'm
Send him the title page of our website,
and then we can send it to your sister.
Don't do it.
Big Lip Radio, Big Lip Radio star comes to see his hometown.
Two more questions before we end the show.
All right.
First question.
Longest running podcast.
You have
That's true.
You have your sister's phone number?
Yes, I do.
Let's call her.
No.
No?
Why are you scared? Why are you scared, bro?
Tracy?
I would.
You think she's gonna beat you up?
No.
All right. Okay.
She's gonna hit you with a belt.
Second question. Do you have Heather's phone number?
I do.
Let's call her.
No.
What?
No.
Like, can I introduce myself? I could be her coolest niece.
No.
I said niece. None of you motherfuckers.
How about call Tanner?
Who's drunk now?
Call Tanner and tell him you're coming.
Can we call?
He knows now.
Can we call anybody in this story? Aunt Pat?
No. You can call
Uncle
Pat.
John and Aunt Kathy? Like
John and Kathy.
Why'd you move your phone out of the way?
Because I don't
Hey,
trust
you
none
know
of
what?
motherfuckers.
You got your sister's number. Call her and tell her and see how upset she is that they're not coming to Hawaii.
No, she was fine with it.
That's fine.
You know,
I got a
that was
text.
just a front. She's really sad. She's crying right now, depressed.
Somebody's depressed.
Probably
I'm
drinking
pretty sure it's all
alcohol.
50,000 people watching this damn show right now. Oh, Pappa J.
Oh, what a show!
A bunch of alcoholics and people who don't love their family.
This is a very therapeutic show, man.
It was something different.
We didn't do nostalgia. We didn't do snack time. We
First
didn't do nothing.
Time
in years.
In not history, but years since we started doing the snack time and nostalgia segment that we didn't do it.
Right.
Holy crap, and we made it through.
We did.
I still think you should do the hour therapy session. Just send it to her.
We'll see what we can get worked out. I have a few strings I can pull in that little town. Like I said, I delivered all the papers to every single one of those houses, so I know who's there, who's the mayor, without even understanding. You know who McCool is, right?
Yeah, I know the McCools.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Big Lip Radio Star comes to help sister.
Help sister take care of her son.
Big Lip Radio Star. That's fucking hilarious. Jesus Christ.
Comes to help sister with traumatizing past.
Oh my gosh, what a show.
Co-host of radio show with host who has chronic hiccups comes back home.
That's me.
That's me.
He's talking about
But you know
me.
what our headline would be the week later? Big Lip Radio Star dies in small town.
Because his sister kills him.
Murdered by jilted sister for not bringing
Big
ashes
Lip Radio
back.
host dies in a drunk driving accident while picking up children.
Right? That's you, not me, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's me? Oh, shit. I'm like, right? Oh, that's me, you dickhead. Listen, I may be alcoholic, but at least I'm not afraid to tell my sister to fuck off. Sisters, fuck off.
Right.
See, I just did it. You tell your sister right now, look in that camera and tell her by name to fuck off.
But you know what
Fuck
this
off.
means?
Don't give her this. Don't give her this.
There's an opening for you and your wife is to go out to Hawaii now.
Oh, right? There's no
Right.
Hey.
You got an open bedroom that'll be ready in March.
I feel like we could go on for another 2 hours.
We could.
No joke. Great show. Thank you both for showing up tonight. I really appreciate you. Boss man especially. We don't pay you. We don't do anything. We expect snacks from you. And you still show up.
Stop fucking lying.
I don't think we're lying. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I'm going to take my snacks back.
Pappa J, you're obligated to be here until I start drinking again. Right. Real heavily, and then you'll have to leave. So if we ever get sick of this gentleman and we need to get him out of here, just tell me and I'll start drinking constantly, and then my wife will text him, and then I won't go to rehab.
We'll bring back
and then
the
he'll have to
beer
not come over.
tasting segment.
Yeah. So for those out there watching us or listening right now, if you want Pappa J to never be on a show again, go ahead and vote fuck rehab. Type in fuck rehab anywhere in social media. Fuck rehab, and we'll make sure this guy never shows up again. Meanwhile, we're gonna go ahead and try to sorry, I got hiccups. Try to close out this show like we've been doing the last 10 minutes.
18 hours of hiccups.
Seriously, since yesterday afternoon, I've had hiccups and it hurts my diaphragm already. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for watching us live. Thank you, Darkfire and Slay Zombie, for commenting in our comment section. You guys can do the same if you go to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at BigLipRadio. Hit the like, the subscribe button. If you want to watch all of our past episodes, go check out YouTube. They keep them up there. They haven't forced them off yet. Facebook and Twitch only holds on them for 6 weeks to 6 months. Not sure what that's about. Hit us up on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Google, anywhere where social media is present. We're there to be had. Also, lip service. Go sign up for $4.99. You can hit our website up or go to our Discord and buy from that link there. If you're not in our Discord, all of our social media links have the Discord there. Go be involved. Tune in. Thank you all who are watching now, who are actively involved in that. I really appreciate you. Make sure you guys check us out next Tuesday between the times of 5:30 and 6. I've had the hiccups all fucking 24 hours and it hurts. And I'm sorry. I'm not sure what the fuck is going on. With that being said, we will catch you guys next Tuesday. Peace. It fucking hurts. Yeah. There's a hard stop. That's all right. You guys won't hear that in the podcast. Hey, thank you all right now who are still with us. All 40,000 of you. I appreciate it. Yeah. This is what we like to do for bonus content. We're not talking about lip service bonus content. We're talking about streaming live, being here the day of and before and after. You'll get extra content like this. We're going to record our teaser video, throw it up on YouTube, and then mess around and play some video games. But like I said, I got the hiccups right now. We're not going to be addressing you guys specifically, so just hang out, do whatever you want to do. I'll look at the chat, leave. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you like and subscribe, and that'll help us out the most. So thank you. Again, enjoy your extra content. I'm fucking dying.
All right, we ain't got no snacks. All right.
Holy shit.
Where?
Hold on.
There. Let's not hit real hard the down home segment. All right. We hit
Eat it, bro.
No, I'm not drunk. 240th episode of Big Lip Radio. Welcome to it.
Not yet. I'm about to be.
This guy, trying to give this guy advice on how not to get drunk. We talking about what kind of a drunk he is, and he's two different kinds of drunks.
Pappa J, where's the snacks?
We didn't have time to get the snacks.
Oh man, there's a lot of drama. Lots of drama.
We had too much
Why are you
drama.
pointing at me?
We had too much drama to get to, and it can all be yours if the price is right. If you go to BigLipRadio.com and download all the stuff we got just for you. He's got hiccups. That's wild to get the hiccups. That is really awesome.
You've heard it like 3 times today now.
I'm like a huge fan.
3 different parts. And I still manage to talk over them. It's never like, all right, managed to say things fast before each hiccup.
He did.
Holy shit, Pappa J. We did a show without any segments.
Right.
We did a show
We can do that every week if we want.
without any planned segments, which usually we haven't placed because we're not sure we're going to be able to fill up the time with what we talk about.
Oh, I haven't had that worry in forever.
Me neither.
But
It's still in the back of my brain.
We can talk about clouds in the sky if we wanted to.
All right. Hey, thank you guys again. This is where I go ahead and end the stream. We appreciate it. Show up next time. Love you. Bye.
Well, it's hot in here.